But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I could find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Humble bragging.
I slept great until I got up this morning at my accustomed time of 3:45 to get ready for this extravaganza.
Bitter jealousy.
We've been working together for 9 years.
That's true. That's true.
9 years, and a lesser stag has caught your scent.
And timeless Friday traditions.
I'm like, let's go. Let's get the party started. I'm ready to go.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, with that, we are up and rolling on this Friday morning. Good morning, and a special treat for you 6 a.m. listeners. Coming to us live from, Charlotte, North Carolina, is one Mark Schlereth, who's going to be joining us for the first 2 hours of this show because he has to head off to spend all that time with the Carolina Panthers, despite calling them last week. First coffee slurp of the day there. Heard that nice and clear.
Hey, you're welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Stink. How you doing?
Good morning.
How's North Carolina?
Good. North Carolina is wonderful, I guess. I don't know. It looks nice. Looks nice out there. So, yeah, everything is good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. Good morning, Brandon Stokley.
Good morning.
That was a quick morning.
What?
That was quick.
I didn't know if you want me to expand on it or not.
Well, I mean, no, that's fine. We do need to start where we ended off yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. I think that was the first ever mic drop, walk-off. You know, baseball playoffs are going on right now. It was a walk-off, oh, really? And I set it up perfectly, and I had the people behind the scenes involved, and you took the bait, and I got you. Mark saw it. He saw it. And he actually delivered the "oh really" with me, and so I don't know what the problem is.
Well, there's a controversy. I'm filing a protest because this one's under review. Because for those of you who are not familiar or just need a brush up on what the "oh really" game is all about, is you say something that everybody involved in the conversation knows the correct answer, and you purposely say something wrong so that you can get somebody to correct you, and then you go, "Oh, really?" Here's the situation yesterday. We've got Alex Becker, who's been doing a great job filling in for Ty, who's off for a couple days. And, when the show began yesterday, Alex came in here, and I chatted with him for about 5-6 minutes, got to know him a little bit about his background. So there you go. So I, being a good leader, welcomed Alex into our fold, our family. I didn't see you talk to him at all. nor did you stink. You guys both basically treated him like you guys were 15-year veterans in the league, and he was just some rookie street free agent that was just some underling that you paid no attention to.
That's not true.
So
Go ahead.
yes, it is true. And then so when the show ended and you reached out to thank Alex and you called him Adam, I just figured this was you not doing your job,
Right.
not being a good teammate, and getting his name wrong, and me being a good leader quickly reached out and said, no. Let's put some respect on this guy's name. He did a good job for us for these last 4 hours, so I corrected you. So I don't think that
you said his name the last hour. Maybe we probably said it 8, 9, 10 times. We were doing trivia.
I said it. You didn't say it. I had no idea that you were even recognizing him. Even recognizing
I was back there
his
talking
existence.
with him during breaks. And,
I question that. Alex, let's pop you on. Did you feel like Stoke especially made a big effort to get to know you and welcome you into our fold?
Well, we did coordinate during the breaks. Stoke was right, and we had this game plan for the end of the show, and I love when a plan kind of comes together like that.
See, he
going and quoting the A-team on me here.
He, Mr. T, he was.
You like that one, Stink?
I did.
He thought it was delivered well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You took the bait, Mark. What do you think? I mean, you played this game for a long time. I don't know. I'll lean on you. If it was out of bounds and I broke rules.
No, you didn't break rules. I just think that sometimes, I question how much you guys really know. So when you get something wrong, is it you trying to set me up for an really, or is it you just getting things wrong? And in this case, I just figured with the limited exposure you've had to Alex that you just got it wrong.
Right. I set you
called
up.
him Adam.
I set you up.
Yeah, Mike.
You took the bait.
This goes back to your understanding of a very rudimentary law, like the Sullivan case. Okay, so this goes back to you basically, and honestly, it comes down to the big board of BS and lies, because you just went out of your way to basically besmirch Stokley and I. I came in early, sat down, and I was in the control room talking with Alex and talking with Johnny. And then Stokley goes out there and talks with Alex and sets the whole thing up. And the first thing you do to try to defend yourself is throw Stokley and I under the bus like we're not good teammates. Wow. It's sad. It's just sad.
He's a bad teammate. I've had a few of them. I didn't have a lot in my career.
Actually, I was being an exceptional teammate because I was making sure Alex got his just due, and when I heard you call him Adam, I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not fair. Put some respect on his name.
Right, you fell for it, and but I didn't have many bad teammates, and in radio, I really haven't had any.
Yeah.
But right now, Evans is at the top of the list. I mean, I started with the great Sandy Clough, had my man CJ, and then Zach Bye, and so I've been pretty fortunate. Well, but I'm saying now it's you.
No, and you just skipped Josh Dover. Boy, that just goes to prove what a bad teammate you are.
And
you overlook
Dover.
people.
I forgot about Dover.
Okay, then. I make my case. There you go.
Josh.
The defense rests. Boom. Okay. Speaking of controversies, I know you saw it, Stoke. Stink, have you seen it yet? Just check out social media. The Avalanche were at the Rams game last night. Made a detour after playing a preseason game in Vegas, and so the Rams, owned by Stan Kroenke, who owns the Avalanche and Nuggets, hosted the Avalanche, and they were down on the field before the game. They were up in a box during the game, but they were all decked out in Rams jerseys.
Oh,
and that created a lot of anger, disappointment, shock, dismay from Avalanche and Colorado sports fans in general. Stoke, you saw it. What was your reaction when you saw it?
What's the big deal? Who cares? I mean, why are we so sensitive about them wearing Rams jerseys? It's not like it's Raiders jerseys. If it was Raiders jerseys, okay. Now you can't do that. Chiefs jerseys, Chargers, Rams, they're in the NFC. I don't care if they look. They are the one hosting them. They probably said, "Hey, you want some jerseys? Stan can afford them. You want a free jersey? Okay, cool. Got them up in the suite. They're meeting the players probably before the game. put on the jersey. Who cares that they're wearing Rams jerseys? What do you want them to wear? Broncos jerseys at a Rams?
I don't know. How about wear their Avalanche gear? How about just wear Avalanche
Mike, just
gear?
in high school.
No,
they're not wearing Avalanche jerseys to the game.
No,
they got free jerseys.
Instead, they all got dressed up in Rams jerseys, like
Rams.
it was like Color Day out at the Color T-shirt day for the camps out at a Rockies matinee in the summer.
Are you mad it wasn't Broncos jerseys?
I'm mad. I'm not.
Or you don't want them to wear any NFL jersey. Where are you at?
First of all, I'm not mad. This has nothing to do with the Avalanche players. Absolutely nothing. The guy who signs your checks wants you to put on Rams gear. You're going to put on Rams gear. I just think this is a classic case of Stan and Josh Kroenke being completely tone deaf to not one but two fan bases.
What?
Two fan bases. Hey, listen. I think. Okay,
That's
you were a
crazy.
professional athlete for a long time. I don't think you know how to think like a fan. And fans.
I didn't think that fans were that sensitive.
Well, fans.
I didn't think they were that sensitive.
Fans
wow.
love their teams.
What fans is it? The Avs fans?
Avs fans are Bronco fans.
Well,
Bronco fans are Avs fans. And when you see your players, your guys wearing another NFL team jersey, yeah, it's kind of irritating.
I don't think
and
Broncos
I think it's
fans
kind
care.
Of, I think it's kind of a tone deaf. Not only tone deaf from the Kroenkes on the part of kind of alienating your hometown Avalanche and Bronco fans, but you also alienated L.A. King fans, who probably some are Rams fans, and they tune in as Kings fans,
upset
and
they
see the Avalanche sitting there wearing.
Wow.
So Josh and Stan Kroenke alienated not one but two fan bases in one fell swoop. Amazing.
This is
crazy. You got to be kidding me. You don't really feel that way.
Bring up the Colorado Avalanche
Wow.
Twitter page, okay? Bring up their Twitter and just look at a lot of people are genuinely shocked and dismayed at this.
Oh, they're
This
shocked.
is so-
Shocked and dismayed.
You know what this is? This is so hockey fan.
Wow.
Because hockey guy is so butthurt about the fact that his sport isn't the most popular sport in America, and he's like, so this is a guy getting hurt. Stan Kroenke owns the team.
Yep.
You're going out there. He owns the team. You're out there. He's doing something nice for you. You throw on some Rams jerseys. You're rooting for the Rams because it's Stan Kroenke. Who cares?
You
It's
make
the Rams.
They're in the NFC.
you
We
make-
don't even play them.
You make your business in Denver with two of your teams, and you count on the loyal support of Denver sports fans.
We
and
don't
what you-
want.
and
If
then
the
what
fans are that soft,
so
we don't
what
want
you
them
do
going to
then
the
is
game.
you then put
Dang, I didn't know the hockey fan was that.
put the Avalanche
Soft, Mark.
in Rams gear, and you think that that's going to play well with
So,
your hometown Denver sports fans?
If
Come
the
on,
Avalanche-
guys, just admit it's a
Okay,
bad
wait a minute.
look.
No.
Wait a minute. If the Avs were there for a Rams game and it was against the Broncos, then yes, you would have a point, right? If they came there, they played a preseason game against the Kings, then they came in and they went to the game and they put on Rams jerseys and they were playing the Broncos, well then yes, that would be a problem. But they were playing the Niners on a Thursday night. Get over it.
And this is
Who
how
cares?
I put a bow on the whole Alex O'Reilly thing. Again, you guys backing the man in Stan Kroenke and Josh Kroenke, the billionaire owners, instead of looking out for the fans, just like I was looking out for our guy Alex, and you tried to take advantage of it with an O'Reilly. We are off and rolling. Up next, we get into the Broncos and the Eagles. Do you agree with how Sean handled this short week? And a lot of talk about this being a measuring stick game against the Eagles. Do Stoke and Stink feel that is the case? That's next.
Has a Broncos wide receiver already proven that they're worth every penny?
To all the people that said, re-signing Cortland, too much money, he's not a real number one, not a true, quote-unquote number one, whatever that really means. He's been a huge, huge positive for Bo Nix and Bo Nix's development. He's a pro.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, I get it. You're still enjoying the warm glow of summer. We've got a long, beautiful Colorado fall underway. You don't want to be thinking of winter, but it is coming. And now is a good time to get your home's plumbing to-dos done with Copperhead Plumbing. Make sure your water heater is good to go. Have Copperhead Plumbing out to service it. And if you find you need repairs or it's time for a new water heater, trust Copperhead Plumbing will help you get into the right one for your home size, water usage, and cost. I was away a couple weekends ago, had complete peace of mind that I wouldn't come home to unexpected water damage, which unfortunately has happened before. No more, thanks to the Moen Flow Smart Water Shutoff System. Monitors your entire home's water usage in real time right from your phone. If your home or business is getting older, might want to have Copperhead Plumbing look into repiping. Pipes get old, get ahead of it before it becomes really, really, really costly. Stay ahead of it. Whatever your plumbing needs are, Copperhead Plumbing can help. Local, licensed, focused on quality work done right the first time. Serving Colorado since 2007. Call 303-552-3491. And at CopperheadPlumbingInc.com, they plumb different, they plumb custom.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states, as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Embers Living. Family-owned Embers Living, a retail company based right here in Denver. Guess what? Football season is underway, and I am fired up. If you want to win the tailgate this year or just be the king of your block, like my guy Mike Evans says he is, Embers Living has you covered with their top-of-the-line Yoder pellet smokers. And oh, by the way, you can't find these just anywhere. They have them in stock right now. You got to go check them out. So forget your neighbor's burnt burgers. You're bringing the flavor this season. Head to Embers Living today and gear up with the best. Whether you're rooting for your favorite college team or watching the pros on Sunday, they've got the perfect smoker to match your grilling game. From standalone grills to built-in setups, pizza ovens, and so much more. Embers Living is your one-stop shop for the ultimate outdoor cooking experience. And oh, by the way, winter's right around the corner. They got you taken care of on the inside also. If you need to upgrade that fireplace, they can get you taken care of there also. So go visit my friends at Embers Living today at embersliving.com and make your tailgate the envy of the neighborhood. That's embersliving.com. Embers Living, where your perfect tailgate begins.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Just got a great result for a client. Sam had another attorney who couldn't get her more than $20,000, so we took over the case and just settled it for $85,000. Another client, Travis, is like a lot of people. He likes doing business with a handshake in his word, not looking to sue anyone, but when the insurance company was playing hardball and refusing to even pay his medical bills, he called 303 Law 4040 and said, Dan, I hate to bug you, but they just aren't being fair. We took over the case, told the insurance company we would see them at trial, and they immediately more than quadrupled their offer, which was just fine in Travis's book. The insurance companies don't play fair. They aren't going to do the right thing out of the goodness of their hearts, so you don't ever have to feel guilty when calling 303 Law 4040. If you've been injured, we'll make them pay what's fair. And as always, you always talk directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. So save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
This is Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Hall of Famer. I learned early in my career that winning takes teamwork. And in banking, that means choosing a partner that has your back. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union, a local financial institution that has spent more than 50 years investing in our community and helping families build a strong financial future. To learn more, visit ccu.org or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Job shaping.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies. Of
course.
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, jumping right into it on a Friday morning. Of course, and Is It Just Me Friday? We give you the chance to get all those hot sports takes off your chest heading off into the weekend. Can be about any of the teams, even outside the world of sports if you want. Just give it to us on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043 in the form of Is It Just Me? And away we go on plenty of opinion, humor, snark. It is all welcomed. The Broncos coming off, guys, their Monday night game. Sean Payton kind of mixed up the week a little bit. You guys, as football players, kind of follow a similar routine. You know, Tuesday's your off day. Wednesday, you start preparing for your next opponent, unless, of course, it's a Thursday night game, and then everything gets accelerated. But this is a regular Sunday game. But Sean mixed things up. He gave the players Wednesday off, and so yesterday, Thursday, was kind of their Wednesday. Sean explains why.
I think the message is really the recovery and the focus on, getting ourselves physically and mentally ready to play a game. And so, outside of the team understands the quality opponent, they understand they're 4-0, all those things they're well aware of. So, crowd noise is going to be important. It is typically when we're playing on the road normally.
All right, Stoke, start with you. Anything stand out to the way the Broncos are going about not only recovering from Monday night, but prepping to play on Sunday?
Yeah, I think obviously you're looking at the London trip also here when you're trying to make sure these guys are rested and, give them the best chance to go out there and play their best football. I don't recall if I ever had a situation quite like that where you got Wednesday off. That is a lot different. So that means you're going to cram a lot in on Thursday, Friday. And obviously Saturday's a walkthrough and then your travel day going to Philly.
He said we can get as much done on a Saturday out there as we could if we were here at home.
Oh, wait, when are they leaving?
Are they leaving on Friday?
What are you talking about, Evans?
Whatever their travel day is that whenever they get there, Saturday is still a day that they can get a lot done. Well, as like a regular prep day for Sunday.
Well, you're not going to get any work done when you travel. I mean, you travel, you get there. I mean, it's I don't know, Philly, what time zone, but it's an hour or two later. So usually, here, let me give you a breakdown the Saturday, Mike, for you. Saturday, usually, you get to the facility, you watch your film of Friday's practice. If you hadn't already watched it, sometimes you watch it after practice, and you put in some stuff, and then you just go out there, usually on the field. This is what I did. You have your little walkthrough of stuff that you want to just walk or jog through. You go inside, you shower, you eat, you make sure your bags are packed. And then you some people go home and finish packing, or some people already bring their stuff, and then you get on the bus and you go to the airport. You fly to Philly, you get there, you unpack your stuff, you relax for a little bit, maybe meet some people if you have family in town, and then you have meetings at like 7 o'clock. So unless they're flying out today, I don't see how they're going to get work done on Saturday, especially if they're going to Philly. Mark, am I wrong there? Is it different now?
No, you're 100%. Unless they work out today, they do a full practice today, and they fly tonight, and then they do some type of walkthrough. But they're not going to do more than a jog through. It's not like they're going to put pads on or they're going to, it'll be a walkthrough or, sometimes back in the day, if it was like a bad weather and whatever, you get the ballroom, and you just kind of do a walkthrough in the ballroom. I've done that before too. But it's not like you're getting real work done. You studying.
Okay, that's why I asked you guys because he.
I thought you sounded like you were telling us.
No, he said. He said, look, the fact that we're starting our work week on a Thursday doesn't really make that big of a difference. We can easily get as much done on Saturday as we need to be ready to go. That was the point he made.
Yeah, I guess you
just
could
run it by you guys.
No, I guess you could cram You could cram everything in on Thursday and Friday as much as possible. I mean, usually, those are your third down days, your other days. So I'm just sure they're going to cram everything in on those 2 days, which I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. Sometimes it's better that way. But no, I'll get back to the plan that they have. I like it. I think that's a good plan. Give them Wednesday off. I mean, we got a long week next week traveling to London. Mark, did you get a report that they're leaving straight from Philly to go to London? They are.
Yes. That's what I got a report that they are going straight from Philly to London.
Wow.
Now, again, I don't know if that report is true or not, but somebody texted me that yesterday that I think knows.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I think me and Broncos country just hope it's not like the Aaron Rodgers report that you got.
So
hopefully this one is accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But right now people are not.
Different source.
Good.
Source. And
good.
Mike,
Okay.
Mike, I know Mike hasn't given you the source because it's ironclad.
He will take it to my grave.
Okay. But this one's a different source.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Stoke. Knuckles, man. Aaron Knuckles.
On a Friday.
That is
I can't
good.
wait for
McDonald's. You know what?
McDonald's Friday.
That was so good, so cold, so savage that I will gratefully now withdraw my protest for the O'Reilly and gladly let you have it. All right. So that was good. So do you stand?
Hey, Stoke was already taking it, Mike. You don't. Right. It's not like you're some magnanimous act that you're giving Stokley. No, it's not.
It is.
No, he already had it.
It is. You can always hear a little bit of an edge when he gets a little defensive right there.
He already had it.
According to Mark's impeccable source, don't worry, he'll tell me during the break, and I will never breathe it to another person. Coming up next, let's get into the idea that what the Broncos can accomplish on Sunday. Do the players look? We do. But do the players look at this being a measuring stick game against the Eagles? And how are the Eagles reacting to meeting their ultra-high standards? We'll hear from Mr. Rock, Paper, Scissors himself, Nick Sirianni, next.
Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day. Powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 7 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, instead of crushing it this summer, did something feel off? Maybe lacking some energy? Feeling kind of down? Could be an easy explanation that's easy to get checked out. Could be low testosterone. Simple way to find out. Take the low testosterone quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. 10 questions, yes or no, very easy. Takes 2 minutes. But the answers could be very revealing. Could go a long way towards figuring out if you may have low T. Putting on weight, not sleeping well, feeling sad or depressed, loss of sex drive. Next step, reach out to the experienced, professional, and compassionate staff at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Happened to me. I was running out of gas later in the day, a couple years ago, got my T levels checked. Yep, they were a little on the low end, got set up on a customized low T plan, and here we are 2 years later feeling great. Low T more common than you think. Early to mid-30s, we guys start losing 2 to 3% of our testosterone production every year. So schedule a consult, just $99. Start low T treatment that day. Your office visit is free. Got 5 locations around the Denver metro area to better help you. Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Fall is a season of change, but at Postman Law, one thing never changes: results. With no out-of-pocket expense to you, we deliver with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN now. This is attorney advertising.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Mendota. It keeps all the air you already paid the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 86% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece, Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Mendota will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Mendota gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Mendota fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
No, you don't want to hear it, but it is a reality. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. We've got the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. STHmotors.com, Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles, from haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas. Skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Meet Slate, the most personalizable, affordable pickup/SUV/whatever you want it to be. Learn more and reserve yours at slate.auto.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
Lanya. And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up, won't you put her on the line? I gotta talk to the girl.
All right, the Broncos getting ready to take on the Eagles. For what it's worth,
I don't know how you feel about this, if you would prefer the Broncos lay in the weeds, but the ESPN Get Up crew that has, who has it got? Bart Scott, Peter Schrager, a couple other guys on it. They just, 4 guys, they just did their picks.
Harry
Douglas just did their picks for Broncos and Philly, and 3 of the 4 took the Broncos.
Crazy.
So, I don't know. I'd like to lay in the weeds a little bit for this one, but be that as it may, the Broncos are going into Philadelphia with a chance to make a statement. We here in the media and as fans like to talk a lot about the idea that this is a measuring stick game in some way for the Broncos. How does Bo Nix and the Broncos feel about it?
Well, you learn a lot. First, you see, how competitive you're going to be against a team like that, and I think we're going to have the team that's going to go out there and do whatever we can. We're all going to play with great effort. We're going to compete at a high level, and we're going to hopefully give ourselves the best chance to go out there and get a win. But it's going to be a tough environment, tough opponent. So by no means is it going to be easy, but I think as a team we're going to give it our best shot.
All right, guys. Stank, is this a measuring stick game for the Broncos? If you were playing in this game, would you be curious to see how you measure up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every game's a measuring stick game. Where are we? How are we playing? How do we match up against an opponent, especially when you've got a good opponent? You've got the world champions. That's always a big thing when you're playing a world championship team. I know, not only playing against world championship teams, but defending a championship like that, you get people's best shots. So yeah, I think there's no question there's a measuring stick kind of mentality to this to see where you're at.
Yeah, I think to a certain degree there is, but at the end of the season, what will this game really matter? I mean, what will they, even if they go out there and win, will it carry over to the playoffs? Is it that big of a deal? I just think that you would like for you to see them go out there and play good, solid football against a good team. I don't know the last time that we've really seen that from the Broncos. So especially this year, go on the road and show that you can handle the issues that you have when you are a road football team, especially when you're playing a good team. That's what it will tell me that, okay, hey, these guys can handle these tough situations.
I watched the Nick Sirianni press conference yesterday, and it was funny because if you did not know that the Eagles were 4-0 and the defending world champs 20-1 in their last 21 games, you'd swear that something was not good going well with this team. I mean, it was amazing to listen to Nick Sirianni, who talked about winning despite, at 4-0, not playing well.
You give yourself, points for wins, all right? Because we're going to feel terrible about ourselves when we lose, and we're going to take away points. When you lose, you got to give yourself points for wins, and you got to enjoy it, because. You're doing this you're doing all these things because you love it. You're doing all these things so you can go out there and be at your best. You're doing all these things that we do throughout a week to continue to get better.
More from Rock, Paper, Scissors about enjoying the process.
To be able to look your teammates in the face, know you gave everything that you had, and that joy that you get. There's nothing like it. I feel bad that you guys can't come into the locker room until 15 minutes afterwards, because there's nothing like that feeling after a win that you get, and you got to be able to enjoy that, and you got to be able to celebrate that. But that doesn't mean that there's any contentment in any way, because that's how I'm looking at it every time. Not if we won and lost, not if we won or lost the game, but did we play to our standard in toughness, right? Did we play to our standard in detail? Did we play our standard in together?
I mean, it was funny. It was like, you guys aren't playing that well on offense. The defense could be doing this. You're in a lot of close games, and, when are you guys going to look like yourselves? And I'm thinking to myself, man, they're 4-0. Boy, I can't wait to get to the point, Stoke, where our standards are set so high that you're sitting there in 4-0, and people are like, yeah, but it's not looking that great. But, hey, we're winning, and you got to enjoy it because winning's hard. It was really kind of a great glimpse into what surrounds a football team when the standards and the expectations are so ridiculously high.
Yeah. You know who they remind me of? The Eagles from last year? Any guess?
Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Chiefs of last year. Of last year. They didn't lose forever, but it was always, well, gosh, they're just not the same. They can't keep winning these one-score games, and they just found ways to keep winning them. But there was always but they just don't look like the offense or the defense that they once looked like, and now we're doing that with Philly. But you look at their offense, it's, Saquon's averaging 60 yards a game. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown just have one touchdown each, and they're averaging under 40 yards a game. So the offense, it just doesn't look the same, but, is it sustainable in the playoffs? I don't think you really, if you're on that football team, you don't concern yourself with that right now. You're just trying to win and put yourself in a good position in the playoffs. But certainly you got to say, all right, well, I don't think you're going to be able to win a Super Bowl playing football like this.
Yeah, the good news, though, if you're Philadelphia, is we keep finding ways to win. And we haven't played our best, and we haven't been up to our standard or whatever, but yet we sit here at 4-0. So, that's one of those things that you look at and you say, hey, man, we've got a lot better football in front of us. Now, hopefully they don't have it in front of them this weekend. Hopefully they play, poorly. Hopefully they still, aren't, hopefully A.J. Brown is all pissed off that he's not getting the ball enough, and hopefully Saquon gets shut down and all those things. But, you know those teams have it in them because they've done it before and they believe in what they're doing.
Snake joining us live from North Carolina, Charlotte. He's going to be calling the Panthers and Dolphins this weekend for Fox. Coming up next, can this Broncos offense are they capable of what everyone says they have to be to beat the Eagles on Sunday? That's next.
Has a new joker emerged in Sean Payton's offense?
Evan Ingram's not the joker. Adam Troutman's made a larger play at the tight end position. The joker is not Evan Ingram. The joker is R.J. Harvey.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Embers Golf. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. I'm playing today after work. I can't wait. Love fall golf. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's a perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that? Embers Golf in Westminster. You know what I love about Embers Golf? It isn't your big box golf store. It's boutique style, family owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you golf clubs, they're crafting a full journey personalized to you and your game. They've got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, Callaway, G4, TaylorMade, Titleist, whatever you need. They've got you covered, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. I got to tell you, I got a full fitting of clubs at the beginning of the golf season. I absolutely love them. Drivewood, 3-wood, all my irons. Trevor and Tate over there, they hooked me up, and I had such a fun golf season. So to get a full back fitting just like I did and actually feel the difference, seriously, there's nothing else like it around. So before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in like I did and go visit Embers Golf at embersgolf.com. That's embersgolf.com, where your golf journey begins.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Navigating personal injury claims on your own can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Don't let things fall apart. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Kwiat Diamonds, a legacy of brilliance since 1907.
We're proud at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood to have been chosen as Colorado's exclusive Kwiat diamond jeweler.
From Kwiat's Mine to Shine diamond, the natural diamond cut, polished, and designed just for you.
To Kwiat's red carpet collections of designer jewelry, including American Beauty, Lyric, and Kwiat Star. They're all here.
Kwiat diamond rings and diamond studs, Kwiat diamond bracelets, and Riviera necklaces have long been the toast of Fifth Avenue.
Because Kwiat's whiter, brighter, and larger looking diamonds cut to the world's highest standards.
I'm Dylan Williams. Shayna and I invite you to come experience the breathtaking beauty of Kwiat diamond jewelry for yourself.
Or the one you love.
For the American beauty in your life.
At Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Colorado's exclusive Kwiat jeweler.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated. Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by Flanagan Law.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Any way you want it, it's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High fives and famma jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane. Okay. Yours was, get off my plane.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, on this Football Friday, Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to get all those opinions off your chest, heading off into a big football weekend. We got Stink joining us for the first 2 hours of the show as he's out in Charlotte, going to be prepping with the Carolina Panthers later this morning to call Carolina and Miami on Sunday. Yet another scintillating matchup for Mark Schlereth on Fox. But hey, there's only a few people on this planet calling NFL games, and you are one of them. So it still matters, big fella. Still matters. On this Is It Just Me Friday, guys, is it just me, or it seems like right now the Eagles find ways to win they find ways to win. We still find ways to lose. And, that's
true.
That is true. And that's maybe, you think about all the tough hurdles to overcome in sports, Stoke. One is probably turning around a losing culture, but two is learning how to win.
Close games.
There's no formula.
Finish them out. Comeback. But I think that's spot on. Good teams win close games. Bad teams lose close games. And right now, I don't want to say the Broncos are a bad team right now. They're 2-2, but they got to learn how to win close games. If you want to take that next step in the NFL, that's what you have to do. So you have you're going to be playing a lot of good teams, and these games are usually close. And right now, they're really 0-2 in close games. So, and especially on the road, it's even more difficult.
All right, Stink, I want to get into this. We had Dan Orlovsky on earlier this week, part of our all-star lineup of NFL insiders, and he talked about how to best go about attacking Philly's defense led by Vic Fangio and the shell defense.
They have two corners that are playing as good as your guys' two corners.
Wow.
Your guys' two corners are in the conversation for best duo in the NFL. This duo in Philadelphia is in the conversation for best duo of the NFL. Now, both obviously second-year guys, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, they're playing absolutely sensational. And if you are going to line up, I think this is going to be the challenging thing is as an offense. If you're the Broncos, I just talked about that 21 personnel or that 6 offensive line run game, right? So that's going to keep Philadelphia in what we would call like base defense. When they play base defense, those are the two corners, secondary player-wise, that are going to be out there. That's not at advantage offense because they're playing so good in coverage. You really want to play in like a nickel offense or a 12 personnel with passing tight end offense because then that forces them to bring their third corner on the field. That's the guy that teams have been able to have success against and get after, whether it's a Kaylee Ringo or a Dory Jackson.
All right, Stink, a lot of inside football stuff right there.
Sure.
Make it all easy for us.
Well, he's just saying basically get into 3 wide receivers or a passing group and try to attack that nickel corner, that guy in the middle of the field, the guy that's covering your slot, because he's not as good. He is their third best corner, and if you can find a matchup between maybe it's your slot receiver, whoever it is, maybe it's Evan Ingram on that guy, maybe it's just R.J. Harvey, whoever it is, to find a matchup that you feel like you can take advantage of in the passing game. And so that basically what he's saying is, hey, man, get into nickel and try to take advantage of that third corner.
Bo Nix, talking about the Eagles' defense, saw some similarities to what they went up against with the Chargers already this year.
Yeah, I think patience is good, but at the same time, there are several times throughout the game you're going to be aggressive, and it's our job, my job as a quarterback, our job is as an offense to pick those times and pick them wisely. And when we have them, we got to be able to hit them and execute them. And then when we don't, not there, either run, scramble, find an outlet, whatever that may be, not get a negative play, don't take a sack. Throwaway is good in this situation. Live to fight another day. But, patience is good for any offense, but at the same time, eventually you got to attack them.
Stoke, we hear Stink talk about the shell defense and the idea that Vic Fangio likes to put a dome over the middle of the field and not let anything over their heads, almost challenging you to be patient and be able to put together long, mistake-free drives. Based on what you've seen from the Broncos so far through the first 4 games, is this an offense that's capable of being patient?
Doesn't seem like it to me. And also, you got to execute. That's what you have to do. If you're looking to have an 8-10 play drive and they're going to keep things in front of them, you got to go out there and execute. And I really haven't seen that consistently enough to think that, they're going to go on the road and be able to be patient and be on time, on schedule. I think that's one thing that Bo needs to get better at is, we saw a couple of them last week when Ingram's out in the flat when we're in the red zone and he's looking for the corner route behind Ingram and he's waiting, and it's not there. Then late he goes to Ingram and Ingram steps out of bounds. So it's like, just get it to him early. Stay on time, on schedule, especially against a team like the Eagles, where they're going to try to make you earn every yard and keep everything in front of them. Now, eventually, they don't just play shell the whole time. They'll give you some chances to be aggressive. But I think just being – and again, another situation here where you need to keep third downs manageable. You don't want to put yourself in those long third downs. So winning on first and second down, running the football, establishing the run game. You want to get them out of a shell coverage? Run the dang football successfully.
Yeah, Stokes 100% right. I think the other thing is, we talk about this, taking the profit, right? Keeping on schedule. And, you say that all the time, hey, be on schedule. But that's not only on first down, that's also on second down. If you get into a second down and long situation, you don't got to get it all back. Just get me to a third down and 4 or less so that the entirety of your offense is open. We can run the ball in these situations. We can throw the ball. We can go play action. We can go play pass, whatever the case may be. But it gives you all your options. So you're not sitting there at third down and 7+ where you have to throw the ball and then you allow the defense to dictate to you. So, yeah, I mean, being in front of the chains or on schedule is paramount, especially on the road when you're facing a really good defense.
Coming up, we will throw out the question of the day to Broncos country. How you feeling about this Eagles matchup? And kind of funny hearing Nick Sirianni of the Eagles yesterday talk about having to fix some of the same issues that we've heard the Broncos talk about fixing. You'll hear from Rock, Paper, Scissors next.
Will Sean Payton keep feeding his 2 running backs? Can Vance Joseph find a way to stop the tush push? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show, live on game day starting at 9 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season, so I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Xcel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like a heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at xcelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about. All in one package.
The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news for American homeowners. Wages are flat, prices keep climbing, and for many, the only way to make ends meet is to lean on credit cards. If you're a homeowner, I want you to call my friends at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing options in the low 5s. Compare that to credit cards charging rates in the 20s or higher. American Financing can help you pay off that expensive debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are saving customers an average of $800 a month. And if you get started today, you may be able to delay your next mortgage payment. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
No, you don't want to hear it, but it is a reality. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. We've got the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. STHmotors.com, Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, welcome in on this Friday morning. We got Stink live with us for the first 2 hours of the show. Then he has to head off to the Carolina Panthers facility to visit with the Panthers, and then tomorrow the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel. Mark, did you pick out a nice pair of capri pants to wear to your visit with Coach McDaniel, your former ball boy?
Yes, I've got an extra small pair of capri pants. It's gonna look like I smuggled a yo-yo into the meeting room.
All right, so we got Stink for another hour, and of course we welcome all of you on this Is It Just Me Friday. Weigh in on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. You can also check in with us on our YouTube, Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Denver Sports YouTube channel and page, and check that out, and you can watch us as we do the show, and you can interact with us as well. Thanks to Jason Bonney listening and watching on our YouTube channel and weighing in. So thank you very much there. Guys, it was kind of funny as we get set, and I'll get to Nick Sirianni in a second, but I want to throw this question out to you two and to everybody out there in Broncos country. Love to get your response as we get ever closer to this kickoff on Sunday. How you feeling about this matchup, Stoke? You've been kind of downplaying the significance, the importance of even beating the Eagles, but as we start to get a little closer,
well,
how are we feeling?
I think for the team, just not for me individually. I'm not going to put, so much into this game that if they do win or they do lose, that it's going to sway me a lot one way or the other. But I think for some of those players in there, if you could realize that, all right, we are that team that maybe Sean Payton was talking about before the season, when you can go on the road and beat a heavyweight champ like Philadelphia. But personally, the more I think about this game, Mike, the less optimistic I am about the Broncos' chances. I don't know. And I think I've been pretty optimistic about them for the most part, but especially at home. But when you see them, they have to show me they can go on the road and beat a good football team. You tell me when. Am I just supposed to believe? It's like CU. Am I just supposed to believe that they're a good football team? They can beat a good football team? Why? When? When have they done it? They really haven't. Broncos just haven't done it. They haven't shown me that they can beat a good football team, especially on the road. So the more I look at this matchup and think about it, the less optimistic I get about this game.
Stank, how about you?
Yeah. I'm kind of on the same page. Is when you show me that you can execute in critical moments, when you show me that you're not going to turn the ball over in the red zone, when you show me all these things that have, been the major flaws with this football team when they go on the road, when they face a quality opponent. And I don't know what the exact number is when they face a quality opponent, but when they face a quality opponent, they find ways to lose more often than not. And so you're going to go on the road, East Coast, travel across the country after a short week, and you're going to you face a quality opponent. Hey, listen, more power to them. If they win this game, more power to them. And I know they're going to play hard and do all those things, but can you execute in critical moments? And so far on the road against quality opponents, they haven't shown me they can do that.
Well, look, I agree with you guys. The burden of proof is on the Broncos to go out and show that they can win this kind of game. But what surprised me in our conversation earlier in the week, and especially from you, Stoke, was, all right, let's say they're able to do it. You then kind of pivoted to downplaying just how much of a message that would actually send. And that was kind of a curious take to me, because they do have to prove at some point they can beat teams like this. And if they do, and if they're able to win on Sunday, I think that's a huge deal. That's a huge step taken by this team. And your reaction this week was kind of like, well, yeah, it'd be a great win, but it wouldn't necessarily tell me that they've arrived. I guess I'm trying to figure out how you would feel if they were to win this game. The significance of winning this game.
Well, it would all of a sudden make me start to believe that, okay, they can do it. Now I've seen them do it. Now can you consistently do it, right? I mean, that's the thing in the NFL. Just because you do it one time, and we see it all the time. Cleveland beat Green Bay.
Right.
What did they do the next week? They got probably boat raced by Detroit, I think is who they played. So you
got to take that first step.
No, exactly. But like I said, I'm just not going to sit here and crown them and say, okay, we got a Super Bowl team. Nope. Now you got to show me you can consistently do these types of things to be in that Tier 1 category that we were talking about, the Buffaloes and those teams in the NFL. But I'm not going to crown you after one game, but I'm not going to all of a sudden say you're not a playoff team after one game, or you won't be in that conversation at the end of the year if you don't go on the road and beat a team like Philly. So, and the season's long, and we talk about this. If you go win this week, what is that going to do for you in week 16, right? The season changes so much throughout the course of the year that I just don't want to fast forward off of a win and say, yep, they've arrived. They've fully arrived.
Boy, I just think it would be a massive, massive step forward for this group to win this game.
Oh, I don't disagree that it would be a huge step forward. Again, it comes down to, can you execute in critical moments? Can Bo Nix not turn the ball over in a critical moment? And he has not been able, in these tough games. I almost think about this. I don't think about it quite like I think about the playoff game in Buffalo, but the playoff game in Buffalo, Like, you went on the road to face a quality opponent in the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs, and they ran you out of the building. And so it's those critical moments, it's those critical mistakes. And listen, when you play a good team and you turn the ball over, you play a good team and you don't execute on third down, it's something that, you know, you should be able to get. You give up a sack, whatever it is, whatever that is, defensively, offensively. Those are the moments where all of a sudden the game is out of hand. I mean, it can turn on you, it can flip on you in a heartbeat. And so I just want to see them in those moments execute and be really, really good. And so we have not seen that, especially on the road against quality opponents.
All right, we'll get to your Is It Just Me's on the RamosLaw.com text line and on our YouTube channel. But coming up next, kind of funny to hear 4-0 Eagles, Nick Sirianni, talking about their offense, dealing with some of the same issues the Broncos offense has been dealing with. And speaking of that offense, Bo Nix talks about what they did so well on Monday night that he would love to see a repeat of on Sunday. That's all coming up next.
Have Coach Prime and the Buffs established an unfortunate identity?
You know who the Colorado Buffaloes are? They're the Dallas Cowboys of college football. There's a lot of stories about them, and about 1% of them are actually about the football that's being played in between the half.
Oh, God. You know what that means then. Deion Sanders is the Jerry Jones of college football.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Roller Auction, a leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions. One of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that will be ending next Wednesday, a government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. These are always one of the best auctions they have to offer. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on some great items. Like I said, open for bidding with over 300 items in it. Government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. It's got all kind of SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, police vehicles, trailers, municipality equipment, and so much more. Also on that same day, got a City of Fort Collins vehicle and equipment auction that will be ending at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is what I love about Roller Auction. There's always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go check out that government fleet vehicle and equipment auction only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Being dependable for your family. We get it. At Corwin Toyota, we've been family-driven for over 100 years. So when you need a ride that fits your whole crew, or even your carpool, rain or shine, we hope to show you how our family can take care of yours. Corwin Toyota, family-driven for over 100 years.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Cajun Wealth. I used to think about retirement planning as something I'd rather figure out later, but later came fast, and I'm glad I found my friends at Cajun Wealth. I talked to them for a while, but now I'm actually a client, and let me tell you, they made it so easy. No pressure, no confusion, jargon, just clear, honest advice from fiduciaries who put my goals first. It's truly never too early to plan for retirement. whether it's decades away or just around the corner. Trajan Wealth can help you feel prepared. They tailor wealth management plans to your goals, your timeline, and your comfort level. And if you're unsure about your current plan, get a second opinion. Why not? It won't hurt. My friends at Trajan Wealth, call them today. Complimentary consultation. You won't regret it. 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
That strange voice you've been hearing this hour. No, we did not go and make another addition to the show. That's just simply Mark Schlereth working in the 7 o'clock hour, like he worked in the 6 o'clock hour, because he's on the East Coast. You know, he gets up East Coast time. He can come on with us from 6 to 8. Out here, he needs his beauty sleep, and we don't see him till 8 o'clock. But we do have him this morning. Right, Mark?
That is correct. Here, I don't need beauty sleep. There, I do. So, yes.
Although we will have a big announcement coming up on Monday for everybody, so to tune in for that. But in the meantime, it's an Is It Just Me Friday on this Football Friday. Here's one, guys. Is it just me, or was Zach Bye being super dramatic about the Broncos not winning in Philly in 39 years? Hilarious. They've only played there like 4 times in that span. Maybe if they played 4 or 5 more times in that span, it would be worth him being a drama queen.
Good.
I like it.
I heard some of that. I thought it was actually pretty good. He was making some valid points, but, I mean, you're right. I mean, we don't play him that much.
Right.
I was on one of those teams.
That lost in Philly?
Yeah. Memorable moment for me.
How so? What happened?
Well, I didn't make it through the whole game.
Oh, no.
Oh,
is that the one you got tossed in?
Yeah.
You got tossed in Philly?
Yeah, in Philly.
You got tossed out of a game, Stoke?
You didn't know that?
No. What happened?
Oh, story time with Stoke. Here we go.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened was we had gone a couple, and this story is like, you know, I don't know. I think it's pretty accurate, but we had gone 3 and out a couple times in a row. We were struggling offensively. I was running a drag route from the right to the left, and Orton threw it to me, and it was a little bit out in front of me, and I felt a tug, like at the back of my jersey, you know, and I couldn't get to it, and so I'm like, there's got to be a flag. Evans is Googling it. Here we go. I'm like, there's got to be a flag. And I looked around, there was no flag. And so I'm already a little bit hot, kind of how the season's going, and how that game is going. So I'm like, you got to be bleeping kidding me. No flag? So I look, first thing I see is I see a referee like 20 yards away with the back judge, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go give this guy a little bit of a piece of my mind here. And tell me if I'm messing this up, Evans, as you look at it.
This is 2009, correct?
Yes.
December.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in Philly.
Yep.
And so I beeline for this back judge, and I'm just kind of giving him the business a little bit about how did he miss that? I can't believe you missed it. And he's just like, all right, buddy, whatever. Just go to the sideline. And so he puts his hands out like, hey, out to his side, and I'm, like, really upset now. And so I just kind of swing my arm in a motion saying, like, that's BS, as I swing my arm downward in a closed fist. And I grazed his fingertips as he had his hands out when he put his hands out to the side. And I was like, uh-oh. I just touched the ref. This might not be good. So I put my head down and kind of ran to the sideline, and I'm watching the ref on the Jumbotron, and, I saw the flag come out, right? So I'm like, all right, buddy, come on. It wasn't that big a deal. Like, no one's going to even notice. Let's just move on. And he said, whatever, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 14 for the Broncos, 15-yard penalty, and he has been ejected from the game.
Wow.
And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I just got ejected from a game. This is insane. And so I proceeded to be like, all right, what do I do now?
Yeah, what do you do when you get tossed like that?
You go to the locker room and
feel shame.
Yeah, just sit there and watch TV. I mean, watch the game on the TV, take a shower, and regret your decision. And so, so I'm walking, I'm getting escorted to the locker room. I wanted, what I thought about doing, which I kind of wanted to do? I wanted to give the crowd the double birds, like Brian Cox style. Remember when he did that?
That would have been great in Philly.
I know.
Oh, they would have respected you for that.
I know. So I have some regrets about it. Like, if you're going to go down, go down in a blaze of glory. But my kids were at home crying because they thought I was getting arrested because they had cops, And so my wife was pissed.
She's mad at you?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, you embarrassed the family?
Yeah. And so, like, it wasn't, if it was just me, it would have been fine. But now I got other people that are, disappointed in me. So, that wasn't good. And it was, so that was, there you go. There's my ejection.
Was it reflected in your paycheck? Did they take money away from you for getting ejected?
Oh, yeah. I think it was about $15 or $18K.
Yikes.
And I appealed it. You just appeal them and just said, I'm sorry, and I made a mistake. That was my first time, really. So I think they ended up giving me half back. So it was better than nothing.
And that was Josh, right? What did Josh say to you afterwards?
Well, he called me up to the front of the plane on the plane ride home. And so I sat down next to him and, just said, man, I screwed up. I apologize. I can't believe I did that, And he was great, though. He's like, man, I understand. You just put us in a bad situation. Things happen, But he was great. He was, but I owned it. I knew I screwed up. Can't put myself in that. But the problem is we had another receiver hurt. So we look up there, and actually Adam Gase and I talked about that this summer, about that game. You look up, and we had like 3 receivers that were able to play, and we're losing. And one of them really didn't know what the heck they were doing, so I put the team in a bad situation. But Josh was great.
Well, you lost that game 30-27, thanks, Stoke, and that was your only target of the game, as you finished with 0 catches for 0 yards. And maybe you were just already kind of frustrated because clearly Jabbar Gaffney was the apple of Kyle Orton's eye that day. 7 catches for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, this was early in the game, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it was the first quarter. Might have been early second quarter. It wasn't like I was crushing it beforehand.
Stink, you never got tossed out of a game?
No. I mean, no.
Well, you never know. I mean, you could have gotten a little scrap. I mean.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've been at my very first game I ever was in, I got in a scrap. But, no. In Philly, as a matter of fact. In Philly, got in a fight in Philly in the first game I ever played in. But, nope, never got tossed.
Was that like prison rules? You're like, all right, hey, well, this is what I got to do. I got to fight the biggest guy on the other side so I can let them know that don't mess with Mark Schlereth. I'm not going to be, taken advantage of out here.
And that's when the Eagles had that beast of a defensive line, right?
Well, that's exactly why. I mean, I was a 10th round pick starting halfway through the season, and they thought they thought they were going to lick their chops and feast. And, Anyhow, yeah. So I did have to say, hey, man, there are a lot of things that are going to happen today, but I'm not getting punked. That's not going to be one of them. That's not going to happen.
So who'd you scrap with?
Mike Pitts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I crushed him in the game. I got a game ball. Crushed him in the game, and then he, I don't know. He took
crushed
a swing
me in
at
a fight.
No, he took a swing at me, and I tried to break his jaw. And anyhow, rest is history.
All right. Look at my guys. Both of you, kind of feisty. I like it. This is awesome.
But that's not like I'm not that.
No,
way,
you were more of a lover than a fighter out there.
Yeah, but
I definitely wasn't trying to fight anyone out there.
No.
How does playing in Philadelphia rank to like the best, harshest, meanest,
Mark
most
probably has
vile
a better
road
view of
sites
it,
you'll play
than I do, because I only played there
a
couple times. I mean, we played preseason game. I remember playing a preseason game there because we played them in preseason in Baltimore, the first one usually. And so we were playing there at the old Vet Stadium or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mark played there, and that was it. We were doing Hard Knocks. That was a game they canceled because of the turf.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
And so like, it was awesome though. Like, this is great. They're canceling the game. Like, we don't have to play. Get back on the bus or whatever. Go back to Baltimore. And it was like, all right, this is awesome. But we had to walk like through the stadium, and the fans there were going ballistic. This was the year after we won the Super Bowl. And they were like lined up yelling it like it was our fault that the game got canceled. And then Billett got on the bus and was like, hey, y'all back there having all kind of fun. We're supposed to have tomorrow off. We're not having tomorrow off. We're scrimmaging tomorrow. It's like, holy, just wish we would have played in the preseason game. So, yeah, that was that.
Philly. How does Philly compare to playing in, like, old Oakland? Black Hole?
No, I mean, it's similar. I love playing in Philly. I love, like, you warm up in the end zone, and they are just, I mean, the fans are just dog cussing you. I like playing. I want to, when I was with the Skins, we won a playoff game in Philly in '92. I think a wild card playoff game in '92. So I love going to Philly and playing. I think I played one time in Philly when I was with the Broncos. I think '95, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Elway was that game, and Hugh Millen may have started that game. And needless to say, I think we lost.
This was the Broncos at Philly. Let's see, really quick. 19. You
was
think
it 95?
Hugh Millen.
Hugh Millen.
I think Hugh Millen started.
Was Elway hurt?
You guys lost that game.
So.
Yeah, you guys lost that game 31-13.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mark Schlereth did not dispense justice that day.
No, I did. Just, I mean, you lose Elway.
Hugh Millen was 20 of 29 for 127 yards.
Wow, that's low air yards per attempt there. Cecil would not be happy with that.
Terrell Davis did go 14 carries for 85 yards.
TD's going to get his.
But one run of 36. So other than that, it was 13 carries for about 50 yards. So Mark Schlereth and the offensive line really didn't do much that day.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Mark, just leave him alone. He's still upset about that. Oh, really? I got him on.
Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait.
I want to replay that at some point.
Yeah,
we got to replay it.
Do you guys have that? All right, we'll play that before we.
At some point, we got to replay it. I want to hear how I set that up. And how I delivered. Mark was a part of it. He saw it coming. I didn't even tell him about it.
Yeah, I saw as soon as he said Adam, I was like, oh, my God, is he going to get him?
Is he going to fall
Because
for it?
Mike was like, I mean, he was like a big mouth bass just swimming after he was like swimming after a chartreuse worm.
Right.
He's like, oh, my God, look at that worm.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. All right, coming up next, 4 Down Territory.
How will Bo Nix follow up his strong performance in prime time? Can Vance Joseph find a way to slow down Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here for my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Friday is here. I am fired up about the weekend. We're going to have some great football games. I can't wait. It's going to be great weather. Hopefully your week went well. But if you've been dealing with low T, low testosterone, you probably didn't have a great week. It causes a host of problems. Low sex drive, bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, decreased energy, brain fog, and so much more. But many men, we just attribute these symptoms to aging. And don't consider that there are medical treatments that can give you back your life again, make you feel like you did in your 20s or 30s. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. Fellas, did you know early to your mid-30s you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year, and it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like that same man you did in your 20s or early 30s. Doesn't have to be that way, fellas. Stop procrastinating. Start taking your health seriously. Most men wait a year or longer to get help. There's no need to wait. They have 5 locations, Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock. Go check that one out. New and improved office over there in the Rock and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. Or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
No, you don't want to hear it, but it is a reality. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. We've got the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. STHmotors.com, Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We got Mark for about another 30 minutes, 25 minutes before he has to leave to head on over to the Panthers facility, calling Carolina and Miami this weekend for Fox. So we will enjoy our time with Mark. We'll get a prediction from Mark for Broncos-Philly coming up on Sunday before he leaves. on the RamosLaw.com text line. Guys, is it just me? I loved hearing those ejection and fight stories from Stoke and Stink. Got me thinking, Mike, have you ever been in a scrap in the buffet line? And apparently great minds think alike, because another text came in at like literally the same time. Mike, how many buffets have you been tossed from? So, well, hey, look, you get in my way. Don't go up to the buffet line and be indecisive, because people like me are there. We mean business.
You have a plan.
I have a plan. We mean business.
You ready to execute it?
I want to execute it. I want to get about my business. I'm not going to deal with people who don't know what they're doing.
Do you ever have any issues, though, because I was talking about how I got ejected and, hitting the ref and let my emotions get the best of me. Did you ever let your emotions get the best of you when you didn't win that orange participation trophy ribbon and you got stuck with the red one? Did you ever lose it?
Yeah, like I could handle not getting like the blue ribbon.
Right.
But I at least counted on like a, third place yellow ribbon. So then when they're like, down to 6th or 7th, and I'm getting like
I'm getting
like a purple ribbon, like, who cares?
Come on, you've never gotten a third place ribbon. Come on, who are you kidding? Who are you kidding?
By the way, my wife, my real wife, Krista, the lovely Krista, was driving to work yesterday. She said, "You guys had me cracking up when you were talking about the dumpsters and everything, and when Mark talked about you wearing bedazzled jeans, I nearly drove off the road."
Bedazzled. That was good.
I said that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Nick Sirianni, a good friend of Stink. They played rock, paper, scissors together. It was kind of funny listening to Nick Sirianni. Remember, they're 4-0. They're 20-1 in their last 21. They're 15-1 in the last 16 games. And, oh, by the way, they're the defending champions. But he's not exactly happy with the way that the Philadelphia Eagles offense is operating. So, as you listen to this, tell me if it doesn't sound like some of the stuff we've heard from Sean and Bo.
But our goal is to be as efficient as possible in that. That, to me, is something. All those things that I just said we talk about this a lot, master the things that require no talent, because this game forces you to play talent versus talent all the time. You got to master the little things that require no talent. And that's one thing on there. And it's obviously pretty in-depth and a lot of moving pieces to it.
Yeah, Stoke, he'd gone on for like 2.5 minutes prior talking about all the things they have to be better at when it comes to getting up to the line of scrimmage and just executing and getting rid of all the other nonsense. Same thing plaguing them that I guess plaguing the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, it's all around the NFL. It's not like it's just the Broncos or the Eagles. A lot of teams make dumb mistakes. But, it's hard to beat good football teams when you're just screwing things up. These things don't even take talent. Like, how do you line up offsides? Like, you're lining up offsides. We've seen it on offense. We've seen it on special teams where it's like that doesn't take talent. And so those are the types of things that he's talking about. I mean, it's you can't make those mistakes and think that you're going to be successful in the NFL. It's a hard thing to do. And so, yeah, it seems like they're doing it. The Broncos have done some of those things, obviously, like leverage. Really? I mean, we think it's a dumb call, but by the letter of the law, I guess, you can throw it. But, again, that doesn't take talent. That's just playing smart football.
I think one of the things that drives coaches crazy is the pre-snap penalties. And like Stokes said, lining up offsides, jumping offsides, missing a snap count, whatever. Like those things drive you nuts because it puts you behind. It puts you behind the sticks, and it's hard to overcome those mistakes. It's hard to put drives together. And, I've always said you could be a really good defense. If all you do is tackle well, you can be a really good defense because effectively if you put 8-10 plays together, there's going to be a mistake in that somewhere, and you're probably going to be kind of behind the chain. So, yeah, just those little things are again, they're plaguing most every team right now in the season.
All right, we will get to some more from Nick Sirianni in just a second as we kick off 4 Down Territory.
It's time for 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with First Down.
All right, Sean Payton. We saw a little of that Sean Payton snark and bite a little bit yesterday. Not much, just a little bit. When asked if the Broncos need to try to do more to get Evan Ingram involved in the offense early.
Listen, I think a lot of it is the script, and no, there's times where, you definitely look to involve them, but we don't come off a game like last week and then look at who got touches. We're not playing the fantasy game. We're trying to win, and so sometimes I can recall over the years big wins against tough teams, and maybe a player like Graham or Mike Thomas didn't, and it's not intentional. Like, these guys are going to cloud Cortland. They're going to put their best corner on him at times, and so some of that is how that game unfolds.
All right, so Stoke, it's about the script, blah, blah, blah. But why can't the script include, I don't know, getting a tight end going that we all agree was a big deal when they signed him, was a pivotal piece that we thought we were adding to an offense that hasn't had that kind of tight end for a while. Football people tell us all the time how important it is for a young quarterback to have a reliable tight end. So why wouldn't you want to script? If it's about the script, then why wouldn't you want to script getting Evan Ingram involved early?
Yeah, I think what he's talking about is, sometimes you're going in there, you're not thinking about, okay, Evan Ingram, okay, then where does it stop? We got to get Cortland touches, right? We need to get our running game going. And then it's like, well, we got to get Troutman his touches. He's got to get his, right? Right, Mark?
Yeah, Troutman.
Right.
Important.
So we got to get him involved. I mean, so I think at a certain
point. We don't get started until Troutman gets a holding call. That's like, if we don't even get started.
All right, let's be nice. My wife's going to be mad at me. So I think you got to go into, from Sean's perspective, you go into the game planning and you say, okay, what do they do defensively? What's our best stuff to counter what they do defensively? And so we're not going to go in there thinking about trying to get one player involved. And we're going to go into these game plan meetings thinking about how do we best beat their defense? What's our best game plan to go out there and be successful against what they do and how they play defense?
Yeah, and, I think one of the other things is you could look at a tight end, like Ingram, and say, hey, man, we're going to motion him outside, and a safety's going to go with him, and all of a sudden they just bump a corner over. And now all of a sudden that's not your best matchup on the field, right? You're saying, hey, man, our tight end against their corner on the outside, not our best matchup, so let's move to something else. And so sometimes you may have a plan to get a guy a football, and sometimes the defense does something to take that away.
So the script isn't really scripted then.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, he just said you could go into a game with a script, 15-play script, and all it takes is one look from the defense, and that changes the play.
Well, that's how it works, Mike.
I'm not Mark. Whoa, hey, easy. Whoa, easy little sensitive fella there.
No.
I'm not saying you're
a little sensitive.
Fella. He's a little sensitive. Ever since you got in that really well-placed zinger about his source that says that the Broncos are going to be traveling directly from Philly to London, that kind of got Mark on his heels a little bit. But I'm not disagreeing with you. I guess then what I want to know is what is the script then? I mean, what is a script that you script but then can change?
Okay, well, so we're gonna play this, like we have this play called, and we're expecting, because they've played this defense a lot against it, we're expecting this defense, and so we've got a target that we want to go to on that, right? We want to exploit that defense. We've got one guy that we want to put in conflict. They pull out a different defense on you. They're allowed to game plan too. So all of a sudden, what you thought you were going to get, you got to go to something else. You right? I mean, that's how it's
fine.
So you don't ever know what they're going to play and how they're going to operate. And so sometimes, to Mark's point, you think you're going to get a certain coverage, a certain look, and they don't give you that. Well, all of a sudden, you maybe had something dialed up for Evan Ingram, but you're not getting the look you want. You like to look over here to Cortland Sutton or Troy Franklin, so now you're going to go to that way. And that's what the first 15 is for. If you're scripting it, you're trying to see what they do. How are they game planning your three wides? What are they doing when Evan Ingram is out wide by himself? Are they walking a linebacker out there? Are they playing zone? Are they playing it? So you're trying to gather information for later in the football game. But I do think –
that's the best – kudos to you both. That's the best explanation I've heard of the script in a long time.
And I do think, though, at certain points, you can call something to make sure you get the football in someone's hands. You can call a play for Evan Ingram and say, okay, we're throwing him a screen pass here. Just one of those little bubble screens or something like that. If you want to get him involved and it's a point of emphasis, I don't think the Broncos really need to do that, go out of their way to make sure Evan Ingram gets involved. We're not talking about Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, So I just think that Sean and the offensive staff, I like their approach. I think that's the right approach.
Second down.
Bo Nix on looking ahead to Sunday and the luxury, the comfort of having a red zone target like Courtland Sutton.
It's great. Experienced guy, understands defenses, understands space and time. He's got great body control. When it's one-on-one, you can, literally throw it up to him. You feel comfortable that he's going to come down with it. But he's just wise beyond his years. He's allows us to scheme him up. He's a smart football player, and, he's proven it time and time again. He forces teams to really take him away, and it's our job to get him open.
You know what? Cortland's won me over. I'm changing my stance on him, Stink. He is not just a number one receiver here for the Broncos. I think he's a number one receiver. I think he's grown into that role, and he's earned the label.
You listen to my promo, huh?
But what does it mean? What does that mean? I listen to Stoke. What is number one? He's like, is he a really good player? Absolutely, he's a really good player. I'm with you. I think Courtland Sutton's he's an amazing football player, and that's really what you want.
Well, then what's your definition of a number one receiver in the NFL?
Well, is he one of those? Is he one of those Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase? Is he one of those guys? No, but he's your best target, and he's a damn good football player. I got no issues with Courtland. He's really good.
I guess, Stoke, the question is this:
bring the receiver stuff over here.
Yeah, let's talk to the experts.
Yeah.
If Courtland Sutton was all of a sudden out there on the open market, how many teams in the NFL would look at trying to sign him with the idea that he would be their number one receiver?
Well, first of all, I think just saying number one receiver, number two receiver, I think it's just stupid. I do. I really do. I think it's ridiculous. What does it even matter? If you're number one or number two. Well, I don't even why? You're not running around with a halo over your head with a one or two. Doesn't mean that you have to get 10 passes this game. Well, you're a great receiver. Are you great for your football team? Okay. Sometimes Courtland will look like the best receiver on the team. Sometimes it might be Troy Franklin. I think how are you on your football team? And Courtland's a perfect fit on this football team. And so if you want to do the number one, number two thing, is Courtland Sutton a number one for the Denver Broncos? Of course. Is he considered a number one throughout the NFL? Well, it depends on who you have on your football team. But, yeah, I think there would be teams that would want to sign Courtland Sutton.
Would he be number one on at least half of the NFL team?
Sure, Mike. Sure. I don't know.
Why are you taking away? Why are you taking away my fun?
Because I told you, I just don't like this. I don't really like classifying and saying, okay, well, how about on these other teams? On Tennessee, Calvin Ridley's pretty good sometimes. He looks like a number one. Jacksonville, all I know is Courtland Sutton is a really good football player, and he's a perfect fit for this team. He's been great for Bo Nix. They did a great job of re-signing him. I'm glad he's locked up long term, and so I don't know if he's going to be a number one on a certain team. On Green Bay, I don't know. I don't like the number one. And the is he a number two receiver, number one? I don't like it. I think it's dumb. But
how about
we play the game.
Are you upset
at being? Are you upset all this number one and number two talk because you were a 3 or a 4?
Did that come through?
It really
right
kind of.
there?
I kind of started to hear.
Oh gosh, I set myself
what
up
started
for that.
out as just solid
no.
analysis quickly kind of devolved into bitterness.
Yeah,
I harbor a lot of resentment.
Yes, I can. I heard that. Anybody else? Is it just me?
No. I think you're all over it. I think you're 100% on it. But let me just say this: that Courtland Sutton, he makes and contributes to every team in the league, regardless of where he goes. Now, hey, listen, man, if it's Justin Jefferson, you're not supplanting Justin Jefferson. But if you go to Minnesota, you are a productive member of that team, an important member of that team. So you make every team. Like you go to the Buffalo Bills. Would he be the number one in the Buffalo Bills if you're going by the number one? Probably.
So I think he probably would be. I got a hypothetical. You like to do these percentages and stuff. How about this? Who would you rather have?
Are we divvying up a pie?
No pie.
Oh, come
no
on.
pie.
Give me the
No
pie.
pie.
Give me the
No-
pie.
No pie. But
No
who
pie?
would you rather have? Okay.
Yeah.
Who'd you rather have right now, and moving forward over the next 2 or 3 years? Cortland Sutton or A.J. Brown?
Cortland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would also, because you don't have the other drama.
I agree.
We have a young quarterback here, and there's no drama. Cortland can go out there, get no targets, no catches, and you don't hear anything. There's nothing. So how nice is that to have a productive, top-tier type of wide receiver, and there's never any drama at all. Doesn't matter about the catches. And then A.J. Brown, who may be more talented, right? What people would say, he's a true number one. Evans, you would say that. You have all that other stuff. And so it's nice to have a guy like Cortland.
In the comments section on our YouTube channel, we invite you to watch the show as you go ahead and listen to it from the Mile High Blitz podcast. Sutton's maturity helps elevate him to a number one receiver. He has a level of professionalism that goes with the ability to make plays as well.
Go.
So you guys
Nicely
are both thinking
done.
the same way.
Third down.
Nick Sirianni on what he sees when he looks at the Broncos and their edge rushers, Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito, Jonah Ellis.
This is a really good defense. A lot of respect for them and the playmakers that they have at every level, especially what you just said at the edge position. They're fast, they're quick, they're athletic, they're physical. All the things that you would imagine is these guys have it. At defensive end. So a lot of respect for this defense. A lot of respect there. We know that we're strong at tackle. So you go into some of those matchups and you're like, man, good on good. Those are exciting games to be a part of.
Stig, I know that you have always really admired the Eagles' offensive line as being, maybe the best in all of football. But have you seen some slippage this year?
I think inside, I think Landon Dickerson's been hurt. The new right guard. I think they've had some issues there. So yeah, a little bit. They're not playing as well. But again, you look at their entire defense or their entire offense. They're just not in sync right now. And part of that is injury. Part of that new people. So yeah, that's part of it. But I do agree with Nick Sirianni on their tackles. I think their two tackles are exceptional.
I'm sorry, I was talking to.
Oh, well, why are you looking at me like? I'm not the host of this show.
I was talking to.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to our listeners.
I was talking to Adam.
You're not doing your job.
I was talking to Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, Adam's done a great job, by the way.
He has done.
Killed it.
Great
for
job.
a guy that's never been on our show.
Yeah, he's doing a really, really good job.
He has stepped up.
All right, let's get to. You have nothing to
Dealing
add?
with all
of
your
course not.
drama.
We'll leave the offensive line talk to Mark and number 1 and 2 and wannabe 1 and 2 receivers who had to be third or fourth receivers to you.
2, 3, fourth down.
All right, Thursday night football. How about our guy, Mac Jones? Squishy Mac himself went out for a banged-up 49ers team on the road against a Rams team that was looking like one of the best teams in the NFC. And Mac Jones leads them to a overtime win, 26-23. And in that game, Squishy Mac goes 33 of 49 for 342 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hey, Stink, does Kyle Shanahan have actually kind of a awkward problem starting to develop? You got Mac Jones playing really well. Meanwhile, the guy you're paying $250 million to in Brock Purdy's all banged up. What do you do? Because can Brock Purdy play any better than Mac Jones did last night?
I don't know. I mean, not only that, you had your tight end, your two best receivers, I think, were out. Your 2 starting receivers were out. Your tight end was out in George Kittle. And all Mac Jones does is compete and goes out there and plays. And, that's one of those deals where you say, hey, Brock Purdy, man, We're going to make sure you're 100% healthy before you come back.
Take
your time. It's going to be
We're
okay.
actually going to put you on IR for 4 weeks. I know you're back in 2, but we want to make sure you're fully healthy.
Want to be sure. Yeah.
We don't want to be tempted. We don't want to be tempted, to send you out there where you still got a little hitch in your get along.
Oh, worst thing possible. Maybe a setback. You don't want that.
No, I it's a tough deal, obviously, but Purdy's your guy. You just paid him a ton of money, and so when he's ready, you got to put him back in there. But if he doesn't play good when he returns, and Mac Jones does this for another week, and to Mark's point, 2 receiver starters are out, their tight ends out. I mean, and he went out there, he was dealing. And so you can't ignore it, but at the same time, you just paid this guy a ton of money in Brock Purdy. But this is the value of having a good backup quarterback, because you look at San Fran, and I mean, what is Mac Jones 3-0?
Yeah,
yes,
that's impressive, and without working with a lot around him.
Very quickly on the RamosLaw.com text line, is it just me? But thanks, guys. As I watched that game yesterday, anytime Mac Jones did something good, I thought of the squishy sound. So there you go, Mac Jones, our squishy Mac Jones balling out. By the way, poor Jay. Can we get another wellness check on James Marilat? Because James has gone to great lengths to try to belittle and demean Bo Nix by saying he's nothing but another Mac Jones. And now Mac Jones goes out and plays like this. So I just wonder how James is feeling since he's compared Bo Nix to Mac Jones.
Yeah, probably not good.
Not good.
No, James. And I saw, I was just looking during the break. I saw one of his ex-post, and James, I thought, would be different than maybe some other media people that were boo-hooing the Avs players for wearing Rams jerseys. Oh my gosh, being hosted by the Rams, and their owner also owns the Rams. And Marilat put something out like embarrassing. Like, come on, James, of all people, that's not embarrassing. Who cares? Right, Mark?
Yeah,
who cares?
It is ridiculous. You mentioned this when we first started, that you're watching ESPN Get Up and all the guys on ESPN, whether it was Bart Scott or all the other guys, they all picked, a bunch of guys picked the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, were any of them wearing Rams jerseys? Because that would have been it would have been horrible if those guys would have been wearing Rams jerseys. Yeah,
I mean, that great rivalry that the Broncos and Rams, that heated rivalry. How dare they wear those Rams jerseys?
That Christmas Day embarrassment still remains fresh. That still remains fresh.
We ought to thank the Rams for that, because we know what happened after that. Nathaniel Hackett got fired because of that game. So that's a positive for Broncos country, Mike.
Good spin.
You're darn
Mark,
right
before we let you go, give us your prediction for Sunday.
Prediction.
Pain.
I think it's gonna be tight. I'm going to take the Eagles, unfortunately. I'm going to go 23-20 Eagles.
Okay. All right. Do you have somebody you'd like to pick for your Survivor pick? Or do you want to just send that to Johnny?
Yeah, just send it, because we don't know who he's picked.
Yeah,
we don't have time to go through all of them.
He's going to hem and haw. Again, I just want to confirm. Your source tells you that the Broncos will be flying directly from Philadelphia to London?
And it's not the same source as the Aaron Rodgers news.
No, not the same. Right. I did put a qualifier on the Aaron Rodgers thing. I did say could fall apart, but nobody remembers.
Nobody remembers that. I don't remember that at all.
Nobody remembers
very
that.
Fair.
No, you're too busy. You're too busy being the Loctite Volt that you are, keeping the secret.
That's right.
Yeah.
Text me your source, and I promise I'll take it to my grave. Coming up next. Hey, have a great call, Stink. We'll see you on
Thanks,
Monday.
Buddy.
All right, there he goes, Mark Schlereth, and we roll on.
I could guess who his source was.
No guessing.
I just would guess. You
all
tell me who you think.
Well, I think I know, but who would your guess be?
I think I know, but you tell me.
No, you brought it up first.
Oh.
I'll show your mine if you show me yours.
One of the Payton brothers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one. I just would say one of them. Maybe one of the coaches.
Maybe one of the coaches. Okay, fair enough.
Or a equipment manager.
Maybe Mark still has a lot of friends over there in the building.
As do I.
Okay. Maybe you can reach out to some of your people. Do a little investigative reporting.
Maybe I will.
All right, you do that.
And see if I can confirm. We always want to make sure we can confirm.
I wish we had somebody to have confirmed that Aaron Rodgers report back in the day. That would have been nice. All right, we roll on next.
Has a Broncos wide receiver already proven that they're worth every penny?
To all the people that said, re-signing Cortland, too much money, he's not a real number one, not a true, quote-unquote number one, whatever that really means. He's been a huge, huge positive for Bo Nix and Bo Nix's development. He's a pro.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, not many things worse than having an IRS bullseye painted right on your back. Fortunately, Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions, they're here to help. They'll be offering a free online workshop at 5:30 on Wednesday, October 8th, next week. Todd Whalen will cover the 7 solutions to fix a tax problem. This workshop will cover a wide variety of topics, like has the IRS filed returns for you? Do you know that you can protest those? Did you know that under the Fresh Start programs, you can settle with the IRS for less than you owe? Or do you know the difference between an IRS levy and an IRS lien? Different solutions are available to stop each one of them, but you have to know the difference to know what solution to offer. It's complicated. It can be stressful. It can be exhausting. No need to battle the IRS on your own, especially when Advanced Tax Solutions has over 50 years experience in IRS tax resolution and tax debt relief. This is a golden opportunity. Too good to pass up. Advanced Tax Solutions, free online workshop, Wednesday, October 8th. Reserve your spot now by calling 303-753-6040.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Navigating personal injury claims on your own can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Don't let things fall apart. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like a heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at excellenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about. All in one package.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Don't forget from my friends at Roller Auction. Got one of my favorite auctions that is open for bidding right now. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. It's got SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now. It will be ending on October 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. One of my favorite auctions. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it now.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, happy Friday, everybody. Beautiful morning for whatever you may be doing today. If you're getting out to play a little golf or maybe heading up to the mountains for whatever reason. Hope you have a great weekend planned. Plenty of high school football, college football. We got the Broncos coming up on Sunday. Got playoff baseball. Oh, so good. We got
my wife did the mountain thing the last couple of days.
She was up in the mountains?
Yeah, it's doing the tree watching. The tree leaf falling. What do they call that deal? Where you just go like
no O'Reillys here. That'd be leaf peeping.
Yeah, that deal.
Yes.
Yeah, she did that.
Leaf peeping is a big deal. Don't mock the leaf peepers.
Listen, I hear, right? Just send me a picture. Send me a picture and I'm good.
The only people more sensitive than leaf peepers are hockey and soccer fans. Okay?
I got to tread lightly here.
Tread very lightly.
Well, my wife's one of them.
Yes.
She is one of them. So.
Speaking, by the way, I'm glad you brought that up because on this Is It Just Me Friday, where we give you a chance to get all those hot takes off your opinion heading off into the weekend. It could be about sports or anything, as this next Is It Just Me will prove. By the way, Mark, if you're tuning in to hear Mark has already been on with us for 2 hours from 6 to 8 because he's back east in Carolina calling the Panthers and Dolphins. Whoo, another great game for Stank. And
I'll be one of the 5 people watching it. I will. I'll watch some of it. Yes.
I'm very curious, by the way, to find out on Monday what the reaction is for him when he goes into that building because he got a little snarky and salty last week on the broadcast, and he was talking about one receiver for the Panthers and how his production has outweighed like 3 or 4 other receivers, and they had them all listed there with their pictures, and he circled Hunter Renfrow and said, I think this guy was fixing my refrigerator last week. Good line.
Right. Funny.
But
you got to know your audience.
Right, and you're going back there again this week.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Maybe should have held that one till it was the last time that he was calling their games for the year.
I mean, who knows? I mean, he could easily have 5 or 6 more games with the Panthers this week.
That is true.
This year. So on this Is It Just Me Friday, Is It Just Me, guys? We haven't got an update on how Stokes' wife's lasagna soup came out. I'm very, very curious because I'd like to try it myself. It's a good point.
Yeah.
You brought up the lasagna soup last week when we had that rainy day, and we were talking about soup day, and you said your wife was going to be preparing a lasagna soup that really sounded intriguing. So how'd it come out?
Yeah, well, because she said she wanted to start doing some new cooking, try some different things, so she wanted to do soups on Sunday. And so the first time, it was an epic failure, disaster. Some kind of, what was it, meat something, and the chunks of meat were hard, tough, and too big, and it was terrible. She agreed. She knew it was terrible, right? And so she said, next week I want to do the lasagna soup, I'm like, all right, well, that sounds good. And I got to give her credit, man. I mean, she was up early. She's prepping for this stuff, and it was really, really good. It's almost like it's like a little bit soupy, just lasagna, So it's a little bit different than lasagna, but it's kind of like just eating lasagna. But it was great. This week is going to be hamburger soup. So I know. Hopefully, the meat in the hamburger
just
soup
hamburger
is a little
soup.
bit better than the meat in that.
You're basically
stew.
just taking hamburger and putting it in broth. Is that what are we talking about here?
I'll let you know.
I mean,
next
it
week.
sounds delicious, but
great bounce back from the wife after a tough week one. Sometimes you have a slow start. And some teams in the NFL, she had a slow start, but she bounced back in week 2.
Well, they often say you make your biggest improvement between week 1 and week 2.
That's
so
right.
She did.
She did.
Now
she
can just settle in to be real steady the rest of the way, right?
Hamburger soup.
Very good.
Let's see.
Very good. Very quickly here, is it just me, Evans? You strike me as a peeper of leaves. Okay, how can I'm going to try to be diplomatic here. Okay, let me preface this by saying, love Colorado. I absolutely adore Colorado. There is not a better place to live in the entire country than Colorado. You get everything here you want. You get all 4 seasons, but the winters are tame, the falls are long, the summers are long. It's unbelievable, okay? And I know that folks here are very proud of their leaves and their foliage. But as somebody who grew up back east, God, I'm going to sound like such a leaf snob here.
Oh, no, don't Mike abort.
I'm just going to say it. The leaves here, the foliage here is nice. It's nice.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's nice. Colorado has nice foliage. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that.
Wow.
Okay?
How about back east, around New Hampshire, Boston?
New Hampshire, no, it's the
Maine,
whole Northeast. I mean, you go anywhere.
Vermont,
New York,
Rhode
parts
Island.
of New York.
How is their
Lake,
leaf foliage?
Lake George area.
How is that?
Unbelievable. Pennsylvania, I mean, it's
top notch.
It's
top shelf.
It's all the colors.
Really?
All the colors.
You don't get that here, do you?
You don't get them all here.
What do you get?
Miss out a lot.
Like...
You miss out on a lot of the reds, and the really, big oranges, that kind of thing. A lot of beautiful yellows. Don't get me wrong. A lot of yellows, a lot of good different tints of yellow.
And you just told me
it's
Mike. What are you doing?
It's pretty. It's nice.
Cute. I think cute's a good one.
Yeah.
You just told me the leaf peepers are at a whole nother level, and then you just went down that road.
Well, but I'm qualified to because I come from the leaf peeping capital of the world, of the country. So I'm equipped to lecture.
Oh, this is nothing.
I can lecture.
This is nothing here.
I can lecture on leaf peeping.
So what you're telling me?
What's grade A, what's not?
This is amateur hour here.
Not amateur hour.
No, it kind of sounds like it.
No, it's solid. It's solid. It's solid. It's not amateur. It's solid.
So I need to tell my wife this is like what she's like going out of her way and like what she's looking at is nothing compared to back east.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll let her know.
No. Yes, Johnny.
So I'll be in Pennsylvania in a couple weeks. So will I miss
it'll be
the window?
It'll probably be on the tail end, but it'll still be it should still be pretty good.
But is Pennsylvania, I mean that's not
No, Pennsylvania still.
That's not
No, that counts.
No, I know, but
Parts
that's probably not the level that you're
No.
talking about.
No. You get into basically when you start getting into eastern New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Western Massachusetts. I mean, it's next level.
West Mass, yeah,
next level. So, but enjoy the foliage this weekend in Colorado.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
I'm sure you'll
for
find
you
it,
amateur.
I'm sure
leaf peepers. Amateur leaf peepers. You love it.
I'm sure you'll find it very, very enjoyable. Let's get to the matchup here: Broncos and Eagles coming up on Sunday. We heard from Sean Payton this week, and especially yesterday. And as fans, we've learned the sort of the schedule, the rhythm, the routine of an NFL week. You guys play on a Sunday or a Monday. You get Tuesday off. You go back to work on Wednesday and get ready for that weekend's opponent. That's the traditional way of doing things. Yeah, if you're playing a Thursday night game or Thanksgiving, everything changes. But for a Sunday game, you would think maybe you fall back on the same routine. Sean Payton chose not to do that. In fact, giving the players Wednesday off and then compressing everything into the remainder of this week.
I think the message is really the recovery and the focus on getting ourselves physically and mentally ready to play a game. And so, outside of the team understands the quality opponent, they understand their 4-0, all those things they're well aware of. So, crowd noise is going to be important. It is typically when we're playing on the road normally.
Here's the thing I've learned about Sean is that he's certainly, look, the guy is maniacal about prepping for a game and all the details, and he's not looking to slough off on preparing for a game. But one thing that is clear, he puts a premium on making sure his guys are rested, that they've gotten enough sleep, that they've had enough time to recover. And if it means that you lose a little bit on the back end when it comes to preparing for your game, he thinks it's more than worth it. Do you?
Yeah, but absolutely. But I think all coaches do that now. It used to not be that way. They used to not care. Like, whatever, just roll the next guy out there. But they understand how important it is. You can't win with backups in the NFL. You got to have your dudes, and you got to be as healthy as possible. The seasons are longer now. You're playing more football games. So I think that's the norm now. Nutrition, rest, recovery, those types of things. I mean, we would roll in there on Fridays after practice, and there would be like a pizza buffet. That stuff doesn't really happen anymore.
Did you just say pizza buffet?
Yeah. I mean, just pizza boxes. You get whatever you want. Yeah.
Like
after practice on
many
Friday.
different kinds of pizzas?
Popeyes.
Really?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Sounds
delicious.
But that's probably not the case anymore. It is. It was delicious.
Yeah,
so it's a lot different now. I think all organizations are trying to get edges or trying to get an edge, not edges, trying to get an edge on the other team and nutrition and rest and those types of things and how you take care of your players matters. I did get an update on the schedule, though.
Yeah, because this is a weird stretch right now. So let's get confirmed here. Stink said earlier, a source told him they're going directly from Philadelphia to London.
That's right.
And you confirm that?
I also have sources.
And
my source did confirm Stink's report.
Okay.
They are going straight from Philly to London.
All right, I'm kind of curious, and I mean this in all.
And I got another schedule update.
Oh,
that Stink didn't provide.
Oh,
but that I'm going to provide.
Go ahead.
Because we were talking about it earlier in the show.
Are they going to stop for a while at the Greenbrier before heading to London? Sean loves the Greenbrier.
He does. He does love it. I mean, I've never been there, but
it sounds
must
awesome.
be a nice place.
Yeah.
We were talking about their schedule this week.
Yeah.
How they were taking Wednesday off.
Yeah.
And then you said, well, it wasn't a big deal because they could get a lot of work done, the rest of the week and maybe on Saturday.
Right.
And I said, well, Saturdays, you don't do anything on Saturday. You're traveling unless they leave on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, got an update on their travel schedule before the Phillies game. I mean, the Eagles game. They are leaving today.
Okay.
So they will get there. They'll go out. They'll do their work. And I always loved leaving on Friday. Loved it. I had a couple wham-whams at the house and, didn't have to hear blah, 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 blah from the wife, which was nice.
Road
you
trip,
that
right?
extra
Yeah.
day.
Extra
just
day.
Loud.
Your own hotel room, right? Own hotel room.
Yes.
No roommates, nothing like that.
Roommates.
Oh,
no
man.
roommates. It says, 1999.
Right.
They actually give you your own room in the bed, so you stay in a nice place. Oh, and then you can just lounge around, sleep in, go get a good dinner, Hopefully Payton will pay for it.
Sure.
Oh.
Stoke, you want to go grab dinner? My treat. Sure, Payton.
Let's go. It's so good. Yeah. Right? So I loved leaving on Friday. And then you wake up on Saturday, you have a little walk through, a little jog through at high school. Then you get back, you get to watch all the games and just hang out with some of your teammates. So they will be leaving.
But it sounds like
today.
tomorrow might be a little bit more of a work day. The idea being that, because that's what Sean said yesterday. No?
Well,
because he said yesterday, he said, look, we may have compressed things or pushed things back a day, but Saturday we can still get as much done as we want.
Tell me what your work day is.
I don't. You tell me. You tell me.
Well, you're playing in 24 hours,
right?
Mike. So how much work do you actually want to get done when you have an early start and you're playing and the game is the next day? So you're not putting on pads.
No, but are there things that you? So if the idea was
maybe you have more meetings or something.
But okay. So he said yesterday, like today, Thursday, is our Wednesday. All right, then you would think Friday is Thursday, and then Saturday is Friday, right? That's all I'm asking. So does Saturday out there in Philly become the things that they would normally do on a Friday.
See, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing because I've never had.
This is unusual. This is a bit unusual.
It is unusual. I would think this, Mike. So he said their Thursdays like their Wednesday. That's fine. And I think, on a day like today and yesterday, you try to combine Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into 2 days. And then maybe you do a little bit extra on Saturday, whether you're installing something or your walkthrough that you have. But you're not going to do a lot on Saturday. Right? You're playing on the road. It's a early start for you. And so you've gone about this. Why have you done this schedule? Why has Sean done this schedule? Why? Because he wants his players rested and ready to play. So now all of a sudden you're going to put all this work in on Saturday and keep them on the field longer and do – no, you're not going to do that. So different schedule, you adjust it, man. It's like almost like a Thursday night game. Sometimes you just keep it simpler. Let the guys go play. You got your stuff in. You put a few extra things, game plan things in, and let's go play football.
Yeah, and this is one of the benefits of having a coach who's done it for a long time successfully, and he draws on his past experiences. And let's face it, what he's doing this week and how they'll handle next week is based on the experiences he's had before, winning experiences. So he's drawing on that, and why shouldn't he? I am kind of curious. You know me, I love the psychology of sports, the psychology of the athlete. And put yourself on this Broncos team. What is this week like? Okay, you play Monday night. You have a really good win. Everybody's feeling great. Now you've got not only a short week, travel out to Philadelphia, but also with the knowledge that then you're going right from Philadelphia to London. I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah.
How much as a player do you have to kind of sort of fight staying on task when your schedule is so unlike what you're normally used to?
A lot of distractions. Not an easy thing to do. People can look at it like, why is that not easy?
Right.
I'm just telling you, as a player that played, a long time in the league, and guys that are in there, you look up, and Cortland Sutton, who's played 8, 9, 10 years, whatever it is, Pat Surtain, what is he, in 4th or 5th year? You have a routine during the season that you always stick to. And you know what you do on Monday night games. You know what you do on Sunday games, and what you're going to be doing on Mondays, what you're going to be doing on Tuesdays, how you get your body ready, how you take care of yourself, all those little things. And then now it gets thrown off, not just a little bit, but a lot. You're on a short week. You're playing on the road the next week, right? And it's an early start. And then you got to also think about the following week, this week, because you got to pack and get ready to go for London for not 1 or 2 days, for a damn week. Mike, they're leaving Sunday. They're actually leaving today. So you got to pack for 10 days? During the middle of the season? What are we going on vacation? That is crazy. That's why I thought they would come back. And then so then the distraction would be a lot less. Because now you're not worried about packing for London. All you're worried about is Philly. And then you come back here, and then you say, okay, well, now I got to pack up. We're leaving on Tuesday. Which I think would be better as a player. I'd rather that than going straight from Philly and having to pack for 10 days.
Some teams, some coaches like to go into London on like Thursday or Friday.
We've seen that. You're right.
And
just make it quick and
not, in and out business trip. And
I would rather see. To me, that might be a little bit too quick. I would rather do it, like I said. Hey, come back here. Do it on a Tuesday. You got Monday. Hey guys, we're going to give you Monday off to get all your stuff situated. I don't want you thinking about London and who are we playing? The Jets.
Yeah.
I don't want you thinking about London and the Jets until after the game. We're going to give you all day Monday to get prepared and get packed up, do whatever you need to do on Monday. We're going to fly out Tuesday. I think that would have been the best way to operate in this situation. I'm curious why they're doing it this way.
Because let's face it, you
odd.
guys, they're going to have some free time out in London. So guys are, already probably starting to
of course.
Try to make plans. Where should we go? What should we do? Where should we go eat? Are maybe families coming? Relatives coming? Do I have to set that up?
I'm sure you will have some relatives go and some families that would go that always wanted to go to London, and this might be a good chance to do it. So the whole week is just so different. I think you could help the situation. It's not like they, need to save $1. we're just going to go ahead. We don't want to fly back here and have to fly out again. I think we're
money's,
good.
Money's no object.
I think we're good when it comes to the budget.
Yes.
So I'm kind of curious of why they're doing it this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think it'd be less distraction.
I thought about it, and I just, at first glance, okay, you're packing for a longer business trip. Ooh, boy, wow, tough. Nobody else in the real world has to do that. But I don't know. You guys are such creatures of routine during the season, during the football season. Can a baseball team, plan for a 10, 12-day road trip? Sure, they do it all the time. Do it a couple times during the course of the year. But you guys are such routine-driven. I just wonder what the impact, if any, will be when coming off a Monday night game, the whole routine has changed, not only for this week, but then on into next week. I'm just kind of curious to see how they handle it. Now, when they went down and spent the week in West Virginia at the Greenbrier, it was great. They bounced from that game and then went back up to New York and beat the Jets, and that was after they beat Tampa. So that coincided with a 2-game winning streak. So they handled it well. They handled it well. Maybe they'll handle it well. And again, Sean's basing this on past experience that was successful for him in New Orleans, and he's bringing that same model here. So hopefully it works out.
That's a lot of packing. That's where my mind goes.
Really? You'd struggle to pack for
my gosh,
10 or 12 days?
Oh gosh, yeah. Because you're thinking
sure you could probably get laundry done while you're there.
You probably got to have. I don't know what they have to wear. Do we have to wear suits? To the game? So you got a couple suits. And then just all the other stuff. Do we have laundry service? How many pair of underwear do I have to bring? That's a lot. You got to be carrying 2 bags with a garment bag with your suit in it. It's
right.
My anxiety right now is.
You'd be picking up, right? Right. You'd be getting.
Right now,
well,
I'm starting to sweat even thinking about it.
Are you bringing your own food, chefs? Because London food. What are you gonna be eating?
Right.
Fish and chips and
what is that? The potato deal that they do?
The bangers all week.
Right. Yeah.
That's
no. I went to Japan.
What do they call it? Blood pie or something like that?
Yeah, right. No, that's terrible.
Right? Got to eat better while you're over there.
I did Japan. Not, I'm kind of a picky eater. I've gotten better, but the food, I'm just like, ugh.
Were you looking for a McDonald's in
Yes.
Japan?
Yeah. It was a preseason game.
As far as the Broncos and what they
we got McDonald's coming, by the way.
I know.
Richie bailed today. He's the McDonald's guy for us, but someone else stepped in, and I'm excited.
By the way, you and I think we're going to find out when we do our fantasy lineups.
Yeah, well, let's just wait and see what the results of that
we'll
are.
wait on that
but I'm not very optimistic.
Okay. James Palmer will be joining us here in just a second. A reminder, we love hearing from you on the RamosLaw.com text line on this Is It Just Me Friday, 303-713-1043, and also having some fun interacting with you folks watching on our YouTube channel. You can bring that up and you can watch the show.
So will you just go to YouTube?
Go to YouTube, Denver Sports 1043, Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. There we are in all of our glory, looking very, very handsome. I'm having a very good hair day as I look at myself right now on the screen.
Yeah, you are. Solid
hair day. Thank you, Advanced Hair.
For you.
And, I love interacting with all of you watching the show.
Do you have to wear your lanyard the whole show? Your lanyard with your key card on it. That's kind of odd.
I just
to me.
need to keep it on because
Really?
if I take it off and put it somewhere, I'm more than likely going to forget it.
Okay.
Or lose it.
How often do you just got a new lanyard thing?
I got a new lanyard, but look at this card. Here.
No, I don't want. I'm not touching it. It looks disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Right. I know.
It's not even dirty. It's just kind of like faded and yellowed. I have had this key card, and it's actually starting to crack. Like
yes,
pretty
it
soon
is.
It's just gonna break.
Right.
I've had this key card now for
10 years.
Oh man. I'd say close to 15 years.
Wow.
I've had this key card.
What's the lanyard? Because that's a new lanyard thing, your Colorado State one.
Yeah.
CSU.
Yeah. So my old lanyard was
like a Disney deal.
It was a Disney. I'm
glad you got rid of that.
We took the family.
Honestly.
We did with the kids. We did a Disney cruise. Absolutely loved it. But we got on the boat and we realized everybody, because they're brilliant over there. They just make you have no problems about spending money. They make it so easy. They just give you this like credit card, good anywhere on the boat, and it's just so dangerous. But
it's not real money though, right?
Well, it is real money at the end when you cash out.
It was a joke.
But and so we quickly found out everybody had these lanyards that they wear around the boat all the time. So we had to buy those lanyards.
$20 lanyards.
$19.99.
$19.99.
Easily stoked. But I've had that lanyard for, when did we go on that trip? That had to be.
Yeah,
it was probably like an 8-year-old lanyard.
It was time to retire. I'm glad you did.
I opened it. The Velcro had already gotten to the point it wasn't Velcro anymore. I had to really chisel to get it open.
Oof.
Yeah, it was time to move on. So we move on with James Palmer next.
Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day. Powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on game day starting at 7 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Yeah, no doubt. As I look at myself right now on our YouTube page, having a strong hair day. I've been having a lot of those over the last 20 years since I got my hair restored with advanced hair restoration, and you can as well. That receding hairline, that thinning hair, that expanding bald spot, you could do something about it with advanced hair restoration. Take advantage of a free consultation. Learn all about their simple one-day hair loss solution that's guaranteed to regrow your own natural hair. You choose how much and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. No magic, no gimmicks. It works, and I know because it worked for me. 20 years ago, had this done by the legend herself, Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same legend who, along with her all-star team, will do your hair. And believe me when I tell you, it is a game changer, a life changer, gives you more confidence in how you look for sure, but also gives you more energy, more ambition, makes you want to be active and healthy. Winner of Westward's Best of Denver 2 years in a row. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Some things in life should never be trial and error, like do-it-yourself dentistry or messing with your home's electrical wiring. That's where Piper Electric comes in. They've been powering homes with expert electrical service since 1983. From simple fixes to commercial and industrial work. Need an EV charger? They'll plug you in without the sparks. Right now, get $50 off your next service. Call 303-422-9219 before you DIY yourself back into the dark ages. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Did you know that I actually have some psychic abilities? Yep, had a new client come in the other day to get signed up, and she said, Dan, they've already made me an offer. And I said, well, let me guess. It was $1,500. And her eyes got real big, and she said, Dan, how'd you know that? And I said, let me take another guess. When you said you weren't sure, they said, okay, we'll offer you the maximum amount allowed of like $3,500. The client couldn't believe what she was hearing. But let me let you know on a little secret. I'm not a psychic. I just know all of the insurance companies' dirty little tricks. They use these tricks to put pressure on you so they can get off the hook cheap. At 303 Law 4040, we're here to make sure that they play fair. We're going to make sure you get feeling better and the insurance companies pay what's right. Call us at any time. You can speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Here's our cleanup hitter. This is the guy. This is the guy that anchors our NFL Insider lineup all week long, and we finish off on a Friday with James Palmer, who joins us now. Morning, James.
Morning, guys. I like the baseball analogy. I'm terrified for my Phillies on Saturday night. How we doing?
Oh, that's right. You got the Dodgers, right?
Yeah. Ohtani on the bump on game one. Was not feeling great.
Don't worry. Schwabs will take them deep. Don't worry. You got Schwabs. Hey, speaking of Philly, and I know you know the Philly sports scene really, really well, and the way of thinking out there. I found it fascinating. I was watching the Nick Sirianni press conference yesterday, and at times I had to remind myself, this is a 4-0 football team. This is a team that is 20-1 in their last 21 games. This is the team that is the defending world champs, because when you heard the questions and the tone and all the things that they have to be better at, and hey, we can't lose sight of enjoying the process and enjoying the wins, it was like, wow, talk about first world problems there in Philadelphia.
It's Philly. That's the way it is. I mean, it's always been that way. It's one of the biggest beats in the league, the number of guys that are on that beat. I do appreciate the way the Eagles operate, because their coordinators and their head coach are up there on the podium for an eternity, every week, every press conference, because the barrage of questions, I mean, it definitely has a bit of a vibe of, critiquing everything. And that's the city, and that's the way, honestly, they're looking at this team right now, though. But it's because they are 4-0. They've played three really good teams, honestly, and the quarterback of the fourth team is playing like an MVP in Dak Prescott. So I don't want to dissuade the competition that they've beaten, but at the same time, they haven't played like the defending Super Bowl champions. They really haven't put together an entire game in a lot of people's minds. I think most of the people in that building would agree. The offense has sputtered, and they have, and this is a big part of it, like they have the most polarizing player in the league, in my opinion. Nobody argues about Jalen Hurts more than people that are entrenched on one side that he's terrible, and people that are entrenched on the other side that winning matters and he's a really, really top 5, top 7 quarterback. So I think you have a polarizing figure at the top, and you have a media market that is never satisfied, I would say.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Chiefs last year, winning all those one-score games, and people kept talking about, they can't keep it up. They're not the same Chiefs, and next thing you know, they're playing in the Super Bowl. James, this A.J. Brown situation, we saw it last year. He's reading a book on the sideline, and, do him and Jalen Hurts get along? Well, it ended up working out for him. They won a Super Bowl. And now this year, the tweet after the game, to me, is this going to be a bigger deal? Is it a no deal for them in Philly? This is second year in a row. It just seems like this has almost run its course, and that this probably will be his last year if they can move on from him or trade him this offseason. What's going on with A.J. Brown?
Yeah, it's been going on for a while. You mentioned the book. I sat in his locker with him after that game. I was there. We read couple different paragraphs. He let me take some pictures of paragraphs that I actually really liked for myself. He's like, man, check out this page. And I was like, yo, AJ, can I take a picture of that? He's like, oh, yeah, for sure. I still have them on my phone of certain ones that I really liked for my own mental health and well-being. This has been going on, you're right, for a while. And I do want to spin this into Nick Sirianni was on the verge of really getting kicked out of there, I would say, at the start of last season. And what he did throughout last year really impressed Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman and everybody else in that building, where I think now, he doesn't call plays. He has a really good understanding of managing the culture and the personalities in that building. And I think he's done a really good job in 2024. I think what he did really is a big reason why they went and won the Super Bowl, because of the way he managed that entire room and managed personalities. And it's a tough situation. I know you mentioned that, like, these are first world problems. You're right. Like, it's hard to go, hey, we got to keep Devontae Smith happy, who would be a number one on almost every other team outside of the one he plays on. And then A.J. Brown, who is a true alpha, top 5 receiver in this league. You have Dallas Goedert, who's probably a top 7 tight end in this league. You have the best running back in football, arguably, in Saquon Barkley. It's like, you got to find a way to keep all of these people happy. I do think with the A.J. situation, he lets the frustration out, and he apologized yesterday. I do think it's something to monitor, because when you're winning, and you know this, Stoke, when you're winning, it's a little bit easier. And they're having this while they're winning. What happens when things go bad, which some people think may happen, and they lose a few? That's usually when things get magnified and these issues become bigger, and that's when they're going to have to lean on Sirianni even further, and we'll see if he can do it, 2 seasons in a row. But it's worth monitoring for sure.
Visit with James Palmer. James, if the Broncos win this game on Sunday, what would be the significance of it?
I think it's huge. I think, you know what, I want Denver to put themselves in the group of teams that close out games. And I think you're going to have to do that against Philly. They don't give you extra possessions. You turn the ball over against them, they're going to make you pay. They eat the clock. They play really great football in all 3 phases. Their special teams are outstanding. So with all of that said, you're probably going to come down to winning a game in Philadelphia on the road in one of the more hostile environments in the league against the defending Super Bowl champs who are undefeated. It's probably going to be something that happens in the last couple of minutes of the game. So to me, the significance would be we prove to ourselves that we can close out games, because that's what happened in your 2 losses. You didn't close out games, right? And so you want to be a part of that group. I think that's what makes Philly really, really good is just towards the end of a game, they don't panic. They don't do anything to hurt themselves, and they find ways to win. Like Stoke mentioned the Chiefs. That's the way they've been. And I think we've seen that a little bit in the Chargers this year. If you do that at the end of the game, I think it shows that. Like Jonathan Cooper was talking about that in the locker room yesterday when I was there. It was like, we got to prove that we can close out games. And they have the pass rushers to do it. They had the talent to do it. I think that would be the part that would come out of this game. We're going, oh, okay, we're a team that people should fear in the last 2 minutes because we're not going to make mistakes. That's the way you want to come out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, James, last week, Broncos' best game of the year. Do you think they found something, especially, offensively? They were able to run the ball. They threw it. Bo had his best game, maybe of his career. Do you think they found something there offensively, or was it just since he stinks?
I mean, I think both things can be true. I like that you didn't mince words stuff. I mean, like, since he stinks, like it's just the defense is not good. You had 1 player to worry about. You go into this game against Philly, you have 6 guys on that defense you got to have circled that are outstanding. And so I do think those type of games matter. They get you right. You saw Bo's feet slow down. You saw him play more in rhythm. You saw him not kind of eye scanning all over the place and panicking. It was like playing what's given to him, and you ran the football really effectively. Like I'm going back to camp here, but I remember when Sean pulled me aside and was like, the weapon I gave Bo was this revamped backfield. It's not Evan Ingram. It's not the emergence of Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims complimenting Courtland Sutton. It's this run game, and I think they want to lean on it, and they want to be able to run it. And I think that's the identity that kind of came about for me, because this offensive line's played pretty well. So I do think that run game has really helped Bo. As hard as it might be for Sean and some other play callers to run the football in this league, the league's going back towards running, guys. Like, it really is. Look at the jumbo packages across the league that are being used. And so I just think they have an emerging rookie. They have a veteran that, if he stays healthy, is good. But it was all new. And so I do think they helped themselves in establishing that running identity and at least showed the league we want to run the football, and that helps play action. That helps everything. I think the identity was was established Monday night, and I don't know if the quality of the opponent matters if you're able to do that.
All right, James, enjoy your football weekend. Thank you.
I will, gentlemen. Take it easy.
There he is, James Palmer, part of our all-star lineup of NFL insiders throughout the week, from Mike Kliss to Joel Klatt to Dan Orlovsky and James Palmer. Coming up next, what did Bo have to say about J.K. Dobbins, and what will be the keys for this Broncos offense going up against Vic Fangio's defense? That's next.
Has a new joker emerged in Sean Payton's offense?
Evan Ingram's not the joker. Adam Troutman's made a larger play at the tight end position. The joker is not Evan Ingram. The joker is R.J. Harvey.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Boy Stink here, and I'm all about toughness and preparation. That goes for my lawn as well. Fall is the most important feeding time of the year. Did you know that? And Rich Lawn Winterizer is the MVP of lawn care. I told you the other day, my wife looked at my lawn after I put the Rich Lawn on a couple of weeks ago. She was like, it's like a carpet. I was like, yes! It helps protect against long winter damage, thickens your turf to fight off weeds, builds the root system so you have a great, strong root system as your grass goes dormant over the winter, and that inspires that spring to pop up that green, that thickness that's going to choke out those weeds. It's going to be thicker, and it is going to look awesome. Now, here's what I love. Winterizer is not going to burn your lawn. It's safe around kids and pets. It's great when you overseed as well this fall to make sure you get that lasting color that you want and make sure those seeds germinate and grow great. So in the spring, you're going to have, just like I do, the best lawn in the neighborhood. That's Rich Lawn Winterizer. Check them out online at richlawn.com.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. Football season is here, and there's nothing like a fresh start, on the field or on the road. If you're looking for a new car or want to refinance your current loan, Colorado Credit Union has the winning play with low rates and fast approvals. Whether you need a truck for tailgating or a car for the daily drive, Colorado Credit Union would help you get there. Visit ccu.org to apply today. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Not all applicants will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Cherdak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Navigating personal injury claims on your own can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Don't let things fall apart. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at Denver Sports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Smear campaigning.
And the Zach By Sensitivity Smear campaign rolls on.
Bonding moments.
Man, today was a great day for the Wolfpack.
And just a hint of bodily functions.
Deviled eggs. Not only do I love the taste, but I know I'm going to hotbox the missus.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, beautiful Friday morning as we roll along on this Football Friday. Love the X's and O's inside breakdown that Dan Orlowski gave us earlier this week in talking about this Philadelphia team and how best to combat what they bring offensively and defensively. Dan had this to say about attacking Philly's defense.
They have two corners that are playing as good as your guys' two corners.
Wow.
You know, your guys' two corners are in the conversation for best duo in the NFL. This duo in Philadelphia is in the conversation for best duo of the NFL. Now, both obviously second-year guys, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, they're playing absolutely sensational. And if you are going to line up, I think this is going to be the challenging thing is as an offense. If you're the Broncos, I just talked about that 21 personnel or that 6 offensive line run game, right? So that's going to keep Philadelphia in what we would call like base defense. When they play base defense, those are the two corners, secondary player-wise, that are going to be out there. That's not at advantage offense because they're playing so good in coverage. You really want to play in like a nickel offense or a 12 personnel with passing tight end offense because then that forces them to bring their third corner on the field. That's the guy that teams have been able to have success against and get after, whether it's a Kaylee Ringo or a Dory Jackson.
So, Stoke, when you hear that's a great inside football breakdown. When you hear that, who jumps to mind as the players that you think of on offense that have to have big games?
Well, I mean, if you're going to be doing what Dan was talking about there and trying to get them a nickel defense, you need to go 3 wide. And then now, all of a sudden, you would think that our inside slot receiver would have the best advantage there. Now, who is that going to be? Who's our third wide? Well, it just kind of depends on what Sean wants to do, like what 3 wide package he wants to go to. Sometimes it's Troy Franklin, sometimes it's Pat Bryant, sometimes Sherfield's in there. So I don't really know. We don't really have a slot receiver that we say, okay, when we go 3 wides, it's that guy's in the game. It's kind of a mix and match. So I don't know who it would be. Obviously, you look at a guy like Evan Ingram and think this could be a game for him because Dan says, I mean, the strength of their defense in the secondary is those 2 cornerbacks. And you look at a guy like Evan Ingram working on either a safety or a linebacker and our slot receiver, whoever that might be. I mean, that's, I think, where you would try to look for, who you would try to look for if you're Bo.
All right, Bo, what do you see when you study Vic Fangio's defense?
I kind of feel like it's similar to watching VJs. I think come from same tree. They obviously rely heavily on their front 7. They do a good job of flowing to the ball, getting pressure without bringing blitzes, and they keep everything in front of them in the back end. And so it's going to be a challenge to find explosive plays, but at the same time, it's not getting bored, continue doing the same stuff over and over throughout the game. And, when it's there also, you got to be able to hit it. So they'll give us our opportunities. We got to hit it, but at the same time, we're going to have to work for them.
I guess I had never really thought about it, the kind of defense the Broncos play, when we talk about, or when Mark gushes about the shell defense of the shell of Vic Fangio. I didn't really think, do the Broncos play copycat? Do they do the same thing? Is that what the Broncos do with Vance Joseph? I guess, had you ever really thought about that, and does it make you kind of want to look at the All-22? Do they play that kind of a defense?
Well, I mean, some defenses play it more than others. I think when you talk about shell defense, I'm thinking, you got guys that stay deep, right? So whether it's cover 2, where you got the cornerbacks that are rolled up and you got 2 safeties over the top, or it's cover, 4, where you got 4 guys kind of, each have a quarter of the field. That to me is a shell defense. Do they play some of that? Yeah, I mean, everybody does, though. Everybody you'll look up and will play some cover 2. I don't really look at Vance and how he calls defense and say it's conservative.
No.
To me, because when I think of shell, I think of conservative.
Right.
Make
Keep
them
everything
earn
in
it.
front of you.
We don't care.
Right,
We're going to give you the 5-yard pass, the 4-yard pass. And it's not like just because you say that, that's all they're going to do.
Right.
But to me, Vance is more of an aggressive defensive coordinator.
That's what I thought, too.
I would not categorize the Broncos as being a conservative defense. But I think every game is a little bit different on your opponent. And are you winning? Are you losing? Do you need to be more aggressive? That's the defensive coordinator that I want. We'll see what Vic's game plan is this week against the Broncos in the offense, and then. But I think you want to prepare as if they're going to be a more conservative defense, and hope, to Bo's point, and hope that front can get pressure, so you don't have to bring extra guys.
Bo, on what you have to do as an offense going up against Fangio's defense.
Yeah, I think patience is good, but at the same time, there are several times throughout the game you're going to be aggressive, and it's our job, my job as a quarterback, our job as an offense to pick those times and pick them wisely. And when we have them, we got to be able to hit them and execute them. And then when we don't, not there, either run, scramble, find an outlet, whatever that may be, not get a negative play, don't take a sack. Throwaway's good in this situation. Live to fight another day. But, patience is good for any offense, but at the same time, eventually you got to attack them.
Yeah. Troutman talked about the Eagles defense earlier this week. He said it reminds him.
That's the Broncos spokesperson.
That's
just
the
like
Broncos.
Your Broncos country spokesperson.
Right.
He's the Broncos team spokesperson.
Troutman
now.
every week now. He's up there. He is the voice of the Broncos. But he said that the Eagles defense reminds him of the Chargers defense, in that you got to be patient. You got to understand you're going to have to at times be patient out there offensively and not look for big chunks. Can this offense be patient? Like you kind of heard it there in Bo's voice, didn't you? That I don't think he likes the idea of having to be labeled as a patient offense. I want to take my shots.
I didn't really get that.
I want to take my shots.
That. I think you could say that every week, and it be applicable. Yes or no?
I like applicable, but that's tomato.
Close
tomato.
enough?
Like, niche. I'm a niche guy. Some people are niche guys.
So I can get away with it.
Absolutely.
So I seriously, but that's what I think you could say that.
Comparable, comparable. I
yes.
mean, that kind of stuff.
You could say that every week, and that's the way that you want to operate. I don't think Bo's that way.
Let me ask you
You're
this.
going to get some chances against this defense, to Bo's point.
Okay.
You're going to have some chances to be aggressive. They're going to give you – they're not going to always play the shell. Mm-hmm. They're not going to. And so when you have those opportunities and you got things dialed up, that's when you got to convert. Other than that, just play football. Just because they play shell doesn't mean you can't throw a 15-yard pass. Mm-hmm. Or pass, 18-yard pass over the middle. Everything doesn't have to be 3 yards. I don't want that narrative to be out there.
Okay, but do you get the sense, and I want you to answer this question coming up. Here's the question. Do you get the sense, answer yes or no, do you get the sense that the Eagles, yes, then I'm going to have you, now,
okay.
Answer yes or no now. Do you get the sense the Eagles' defensive philosophy is, we're going to dare you to put together a long mistake-free drive?
Yes.
Okay. then coming up, I want you to answer the question, is this Broncos offense capable of doing that? Right now. That's next.
Will Sean Payton keep feeding his two running backs? Can Vance Joseph find a way to stop the tush push? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show, live on game day starting at 9 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. I was talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me, hey, over this last year, the market's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining, something people haven't seen in a long time here in Denver, Colorado. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody I know makes that offer. Troy can make that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families right now that are approved and ready to buy. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. If you've got a house to sell, give him a call. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. Hey, Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
It's back. Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over. And that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
No, you don't want to hear it, but it is a reality. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready. Stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. We've got the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. STHmotors.com, Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Meet Slate, the most personalizable, affordable pickup/SUV/whatever you want it to be. Learn more and reserve yours at slate.auto.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
He was on with us earlier today between 6 and 8, but he is on the East Coast. He's in Carolina to call the Panthers and Miami game. Second straight week he gets the Panthers.
You can't make it up.
You can't make it up.
It's just low-hanging fruit.
The jokes write themselves, right?
Try not to pile on.
I know,
but seriously.
I mean, if you're going to give it to us, we got to take it. So
I'm not going to miss the dunk.
So he did pick the Eagles before we let him go. He did pick the Eagles to beat the Broncos 23-20. So hopefully he's wrong. But it is an Is It Just Me Friday. We'll get to I got an Is It Just Me I got to read here in a second. That was, wow, to say it was hot and passionate and heated and, well, I'll read it here in a second. But we were talking about the idea that, you know, some of these defenses like the Chargers or the Eagles this Sunday, they do put a premium on trying to take away your big play and put you in a position where you got to be patient at times and you got to be content with trying to put together, you know, a 10 or 12 play, 80-yard, 7.5-minute drive and cap it off with a touchdown. And my question to you, Stoke, is this. Is this Broncos offense capable of putting together drives like that right now? Do you view this as an offense that can be patient?
No.
Yet productive?
No. I mean, when have they shown that against a good team, especially on the road? They're 0 for 2 on the road. And they've been very inconsistent. So you got to be able to go out there and handle the crowd noise and still be able to operate at a high level. And this offense just hasn't shown the ability to do that. They seem like they always make some kind of mistake. Guy lines off all sides. We got a holding. We got a face mask. We got a drop pass. We got a sack. Something negative seems to happen. And so until I see it on the road, and last week, you know, you played a JV team in Cincy, so I'm not even going to count that. And it was at home. So right now, no, I don't have confidence that they are capable of doing that.
Yeah, I think you said last week you said it's kind of a boom or bust offense right now. You know, not only the drives themselves when they score, there seems to be an explosiveness to when they score, but then
4 3 and outs.
Yeah, exactly,
you know.
right? So there's just not that consistency yet. It is kind of a boom or bust type offense, which they're probably going to have to figure that out at some point to beat the best teams out there. You got to develop a little bit more consistency on offense and be able to just kind of do the boring really well.
Yeah, I think that's around the league, though. A lot of teams want to be more consistent offensively. Maybe, the Broncos, not to the degree of the Broncos, inconsistencies, but, a lot of teams are trying to figure themselves out. And the biggest thing, you look at the Eagles, Mike. Their offense stinks. They stink right now.
30th in the NFL in total offense.
There you go. But I just look at the stats. I haven't watched much of the Eagles this year. Obviously watched them, I think it was the first week of the year, but Saquon's averaging 59 yards a game. That's it. 59 yards a game. So this isn't after 1 or 2 games. This is after 4. Mm-hmm. That's a good sample size. Something is not right.
Nick Sirianni was answering questions the other day about how do we get A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith going more.
They're averaging, Devontae Smith is averaging 39 yards a game. Mike, 39 yards a game. A.J. Brown is averaging 37 yards a game. That's it. For those 2 wide receivers, you have to ask yourself, what is going on with that offense? That is crazy. So, and then you look at A.J. Brown. Let's just go to A.J. Brown real quick, a little bit off topic here. But he had a game against the Rams where he had 109 yards. Do you want me to tell you his other 3 games? You ready for this? First game of the year, 8 yards, 1 catch. Second game, 27 yards. And then last game against Tampa, 7 yards. Something is going on with their offense, and hopefully it continues on Sunday.
And yet they're 4-0
yep.
and 20-1 in their last 21. They are the defending champs, but it was funny watching Nick Sirianni talk the other day about his Eagles, and all the questions were there was a lot of like, what's wrong? Why aren't you guys doing better? Why aren't you playing better? And I had to remind myself, I'm listening to the coach here. I'm listening to questions to a coach for a team that's 4-0. Just goes to show how incredibly, incredibly high the standard is in Philadelphia for Nick Sirianni.
To be able to look your teammates in the face, know you gave everything that you had, and that joy that you get, there's nothing like it. I feel bad that you guys can't come into the locker room until 15 minutes afterwards, because there's nothing like that feeling after a win that you get, and you got to be able to enjoy that, and you got to be able to celebrate that. But that doesn't mean that there's any contentment in any way, because that's how I'm looking at it every time. Not if we won and lost, not if we won or lost the game, but did we play to our standard in toughness, right? Did we play to our standard in detail? Did we play our standard in together?
You're 4-0, 20-1 in your last 21. You're the defending champs, and here he is like, it's important to have fun. It's important to enjoy the winning. You got to find the enjoyment in it, everybody.
Yeah.
It's
well, this is all anybody's talking about right now on ESPN. You got Cam Newton. Eagles are a team that does less with more. This is all people are talking about is, wow, the Eagles, they're struggling.
What's wrong with the Eagles?
What's wrong with their offense? Yeah. Just like I was doing. But, there's some truth there. Good teams find ways to win games. And that's all you're trying to do, especially early on in the season, while you figure things out. Try to win football games. You just said it. They've won 20 out of their last 21 games. How impressive is that?
Well, we joke about it, but is it fair to say in Philadelphia they are concerned about style points? Because they're getting the wins. The wins aren't a problem. The wins are still coming. They can't help but win, but
I don't know about style points, but
apparently
don't you
people aren't happy with the way they're winning.
But if you looked at the stats, you're talking about great players that aren't producing.
But they're winning.
No, I know, but is that style points, just having your players, A.J. Brown to average 80 yards a game or Saquon to go for, average 110 yards a game? Is that style points, or is that just producing?
If there's this much grousing over a team that's doing what they're doing and is the gold standard of the NFL right now, it just goes to show that, boy, you can become real spoiled with success real fast as a fan base, as a media. I hope we get to that point. I hope we get to the point that we're
grousing. If we're grousing, like Philly's grousing,
I would love to grouse like this.
I know.
Sign me up.
I wish I knew what that meant. But if I knew what it meant, then I tell you what, I'd love to grouse too.
Just keep saying
seriously.
it. Just keep saying it the way you're saying it. You're
doing?
saying it in the proper context.
Perfect.
No problem. Just keep going with that. All right?
Okay.
You want to grouse more?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great to be grousing about the Broncos in
4-0?
like 2 years?
Yep.
Huh? Wouldn't that be fun? On this Is It Just Me Friday, this is from Ogallala Dawn. Is it just me? These international games are really ticking me off. Bleeping NFL needs to keep America's game in America. It's a real screw you to season ticket holders that are expected to travel internationally. It's BS. The more the games that get moved out of the USA, the less interested I am. What's next? Saudi Arabia, Australia, China, Israel, Turkey? Bleep that.
Wow. Yeah, they're going to Australia.
I hate to tell you, Ogallala Don, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. We are probably within 3 to 4 years of having an international game, one every single week of the season.
Mike thinks we're going to have a Super Bowl over there in the next 4 or 5 years.
I think we will. I think within the next decade, It's
because I shot that down.
No, I think I said decade. I don't think I ever said 4 to 5 years.
You said 5 or 6.
No, I said
now it's decade, and then next thing you know, it's going to be in the next
I'll tell you
century. I'm just telling y'all. Here's my prediction.
I'll tell you what. It will be.
It won't be in the next decade.
It'll be sooner. How about this? Here's my prediction. The Broncos will go into their new stadium in 2031, right? The Super Bowl will be here in 2032, 31-32 season. And
we're getting one.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
right away.
I mean, if they don't, then
what's the point?
We're spending our own money. I mean, Greg and Kerry are like saying, okay, we're paying for everything here.
Right.
You got to give them a Super Bowl.
We're getting a Super Bowl, okay?
But you promised me that.
I'm promising you that. But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if the year after we get the Super Bowl's in London. It's going to happen. Here's the thing about this being, the U.S. game and the America's game. You got to understand, the NFL owners, they're only interested in world domination. They've conquered the U.S. They want no, I'm serious. They want world domination. The NFL is not jealous of many things. They are jealous of the global imprint that baseball has, that basketball has, that hockey has. And if there's one thing that the NFL lags far behind those other sports is worldwide presence. And they're not simply satisfied with what they've got here. They've got that
There's
already.
nowhere else to go here.
They're going, now it's time to go
But
conquer
Mike,
the world.
so
and so
here's
it's
why
coming.
you're wrong.
There will be 18 international
Yes.
games a year.
Yes, that's what they want.
And
But
there'll
here's
be an
why you're
international
wrong.
Super Bowl.
No, here's
Yes, there
why
will
you're
be.
wrong. You want me to tell you why?
Sure.
There won't be a Super Bowl in international Super Bowl unless they start having teams over there. And until then, they're not just going to put a Super Bowl there. So, you're wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. I just did. Take that, put it in your pipe and smoke
All
it.
right. Fantasy lineups for Sunday.
Ooh.
Who gets the valuable first pick next?
Have Coach Prime and the Buffs established an unfortunate identity?
You know who the Colorado Buffaloes are? They're the Dallas Cowboys of college football. There's a lot of stories about them, and about 1% of them are actually about the football that's being played in between the half.
Oh, God. You know what that means then. Deion Sanders is the Jerry Jones of college football.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and let me ask you a question. You've been feeling like your back is killing you, you've been in pain, your neck is hurting, you're worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. You can do what I did. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see you today, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got the exams right there on site, the MRIs, the physical therapy, and the treatment options all in one facility. And I'm telling you what, guys, they're going to educate you. Here's what's going on. This is why you're in pain, and then give you options to get you out of pain. They changed my life, guys. I had checked out of doing the things I love to do, like playing golf or going to the gym. I couldn't sleep through the night. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was doing all those things. I got my life back, guys, and they could do it for you too. Start your journey just like I did at Spine One. Call them today, 303-367-2225. Same-day appointment, 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because at Soda Weight Loss, you could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today and your partner joins free. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Want a new gadget? Prime Big Deal Days are happening October 7th and 8th. Deals up to 40% off on tons of must-haves. Whatever's on your list, it's worth checking out.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course they
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
On this Football Friday, Is It Just Me Friday? Is It Just Me? Can't wait for Mike's next Super Bowl take. How we'll be playing on Mars in the next 100 years. It's good. It's good.
Really good.
No, we get used to it, folks. Okay, let me see if I can. The internationalization of football of the NFL is coming.
Good job.
Okay, they've tapped out the American market.
We're full. What else can you do?
Right.
I mean, you've already hit the gambling and
you got us. We're hooked. Now it's time to move on.
Well, especially now that once you get to 18 games, too, to that person that was on the RamosLaw.com text line that was complaining about, well, it's one less game I get to watch. Well, it's one less game that you have to pay for, obviously, in your season ticket package. But now, I mean, pretty soon, in the next, 2 years, going to be 18 games, I'm sure, 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
So, you're going to you got enough football here.
But they want worldwide domination. We will have an international Super Bowl. And for the people who are saying, no way am I getting up to watch the Super Bowl at 7:30 in the morning, it won't be 7:30. London's 7 hours ahead of us. Okay?
7.
So
why are you saying London? Is that where we got to go?
That would be the first one.
Really?
Yeah, because they've been
good to us?
They've been good to us. They've been good at the NFL. So that would be the first one. And so 7 hours. So you can easily we kick off NCAA championship basketball games at like 9:30 now Eastern time, right? I mean, those games kick off late, and you could easily kick off the game in London, the Super Bowl, at 8:30 London time, and that's
1:30 here. People sit down to watch the Super Bowl at 1:30 here if it's being played in London at 8:30. Of course they will. That's math. I know where. Listen, most times I'm very shaky when we start to take on math.
You're not going to get me in an oh, really.
1:30 here is 8:30 p.m. at night in London.
So you're doing okay. You're doing. Why can't you do? Okay, so it's 7 hours ahead of us.
Correct.
Okay, so I thought it was the other way around.
So like when the Broncos play next week at 7:30 in the morning. By the way, that's going to be kind of fun. 7:30, wake up, watch the Broncos. That'll be kicking off at 2:30 over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We good?
Yeah, the NFL doesn't really care, like who wins the Super Bowl. Just to your point, I mean, guess what? Y'all got to kick off at 8:30. I mean, you play 8:20 East Coast games.
Exactly.
So you're playing at 8:30.
Right. They might even kick off at like
7:30
or 9 o'clock over there. 9 o'clock at night.
Why 7:30? Yep.
Yeah. Let's get to fantasy. How'd it go last week there, Johnny Fever?
I don't even want to.
No, we need to. We do.
Can I just forfeit? Throw the towel?
I need to know what happened.
Okay.
Johnny?
Well, I said it earlier in the week, and admittedly, I left my notebook at home.
Wow.
But Mike, you won by like 30.
Wow. I don't remember him saying it earlier in the week. Did you give us a score?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
I sure did.
No, you didn't.
I'll go back in the log and find it.
Oh, yeah, I bet you won't.
I bet I will.
Do you want to challenge it?
Huh?
You want to
I'm
challenge?
throwing the red challenge flag.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't give us a score.
Now you don't think you lost?
No, I know I lost.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I'm challenging Johnny, saying that he told us a score.
Yeah, I don't recall hearing
right,
a score
exactly.
either.
He's just making
I'm
it up.
pretty
He's
sure
trying
I
to bury
score.
the lead here where he forgot his homework today. His one day where he so I'm sure we don't even know who our survivor picks have already been this year, right? It's probably in that notebook also, Johnny. It's a pretty big day for us on a Friday.
Leave the notebook home.
But if you say a team, I can remember if you picked them.
See?
All these years with Schlereth and his notebooks. I mean, guy is constantly pulling those
I
notebooks.
pulled it out yesterday to do some work, and then I forgot to put it back.
It's
in
probably,
my backpack.
but so yeah, you screwed up. But anyway.
I did.
I had
own it.
I know, but I had such a bad fantasy team. I'm kind of glad you did.
Yeah, you got destroyed.
I went all Cincy. I mean, I had Jamar Chase, I had T. Higgins, I had Jake Browning. I also had J.K. Dobbins, who had a good game, and Will Lutz. You had Bo Nix, Harvey, Cortland, Ingram, and Broncos defense. You destroyed me. Good job. I won the week before. We're dead even on McDonald's. We're going to start over this week to see who buys McDonald's for next Friday.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna have to. I thought I was gonna have to bring it in today, and you were gonna bring it in on Monday. But you correctly said, let's just call it a wash.
I only like McDonald's breakfast on. I need one day. If I start doing it 2, guess what? I'm doing it 4. I just can't
stop.
Yeah.
You need to put some boundaries in place.
Right.
Some guardrails.
Yes.
To protect you from yourself.
Exactly. I'll be fat. He's fat.
He's fat.
Diabetes. So
supersize me.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's best if we just slow down on it and just.
So this is starting today for next Friday.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right,
okay.
perfect.
I get
Good
the
deal.
first pick. I get the first pick since I won last week. So I know he hasn't broken out yet, but whereas the Broncos mix up their running backs, this guy's the dude. So I'm going to go with Saquon.
I mean, seriously.
Well, wait a minute. I get the benefit of the first pick.
No, I know you do, but this week is low-hanging fruit, and I mean he's clearly the pick this week. Now, not even you, Mike Evans, could screw that up. You screw up a lot of things, but you can't screw up taking Saquon with the first pick. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Gosh, I mean, I'm so confused
You
now.
knew I was going to take him. I don't know why this throws you so much.
I'm so confused now. I mean, who do I take now? I'm trying to think about.
See, this right. What you're listening to right now, folks, is why I think I lost like 7 fantasy matchups in a row last year. So this is what happens.
I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. I think he's a good fantasy quarterback because he's averaging like 50 yards a game on the ground. I don't know if you've heard of this, Mike. Have you heard of the tush push?
I have.
He's pretty good at that. So if they get down to, I don't know, like the 10-yard line, first and goal from the 10, here comes the tush push 4 times. You can't stop it.
He poaches TDs from my guy Saquon.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need him to poach a couple more this week, hopefully. So I got to go with Jalen.
I am going to go wide receiver Cortland Sutton.
Okay. I think that's a good one for you.
Well, especially since you know who my quarterback's going to be. So,
right.
Well,
it's boom or bust.
I'm stacking.
I busted last week when I stacked Browning. How about that? Browning and Jamar and T. Higgins. That was stacked. But when they don't perform well, it's bust.
Yeah.
Right?
Riley Moss said, not on my watch.
Yeah. Okay. I'm almost thinking about, so what do we got? A flex and we got special teams? Do we have a special teams? Or
You need running back, wide receiver, flex, defense, special teams.
Defense,
You've
special
picked
teams.
one guy so far. He's rattled, Johnny. He's rattled. He's not.
I'm trying to get focused here.
All right, well,
ladies
get
and gentlemen.
focused.
I'm wondering what I should do. I think I got to go with I'm going to go with, I'm in a bad spot. I am. I just realized it.
This is.
I just realized it. I got to go.
This is funny.
Here's my question to myself. This is what I'm asking myself right now, okay? I'll bring you inside the mind of Stokley.
Ooh.
Do they try to go out of does Jalen Hurts this week try to go out of his way to get the ball to A.J. Brown?
Right.
You know, he's pouting a little bit. And
Right.
So is this the week I gotta feed A.J. Brown?
Right.
I am going to go with Devontae Smith as a receiver here.
Okay. For my flex, am going to go with J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, I didn't think you were that smart.
He's genuinely upset right now.
I am genuinely upset. I seriously, I'm not happy.
This is how losing streaks start to really. I mean, this is like, careful. You could end up being the Cleveland Spiders of.
I know. I got to look at now. I got to get a backup running back. I mean, am I going to really pick A.J. Dillon?
Yeah, you don't have a running back. We'll go with R.J.
That's who I'm going to have to pick, but I'm not going to pick him yet because you can't even. You've already hit all your guys. So right now I'm looking at defense or special teams. Which unit will I go with? I'm just gonna go with an oldie but goldie. I'm going with Vic Fangio. I'm going with the Eagles defense.
Wow. You really do like that shell defense, huh?
Talk to me, Vic.
Wow. Interesting.
Do I make an
I want all the meatballs and the pasta.
observation?
You know?
Yes or no?
You make a intelligent observation.
Nice. So you're going to go with the Philly D.
Johnny, are you writing this down? Or did you find a piece of paper?
I'm writing it down.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
making sure. Didn't know if you totally checked out
If he
today.
doesn't have the notebook,
Right.
You know, he's not the same. Let's see. I got to go. I mean, I'm already grandfather. I got my quarterback, so I can go defense, special teams. Do I go Broncos? Do I go with a kicker? I mean, we got a couple of offenses that have been scuffling a little bit. Tell you what, I am going to take Jake Elliott, Eagles kicker. Okay.
I will take.
Now you're into your
running back flex. Well, I mean, you got to give me R.J. Harvey.
Okay.
I'll take R.J. Harvey. I mean, I've been listening to Cecil's promo. He's our new Joker. He's the Joker. So, I mean, I just hit lightning in a bottle.
Right?
I mean, he's the Joker.
I mean, according to Cecil.
I can't speak, right?
No, I'm listening to you, Cecil.
I will die on this hill.
Okay. I'm glad you will. So you got Bo, and then for my flex, is there anybody left for me to take? I just throwing that. I don't need you to speak.
Well, you got Hurts, you got Smith. I mean,
Do I do this again?
You got to go A.J. Brown.
Do I do this again?
Yes.
I'm taking A.J. Brown.
You got to.
Unbelievable.
All right, so
I'm depressed with my lineup. I am
So
sorry.
you've got Jalen Hurts, R.J. Harvey, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and the Philadelphia Vic Fangio defense. I've got Bo, Saquon, Cortland Sutton, J.K. Dobbins, and Jake Elliott. All right. May the best man win. We'll get to our survivor picks, some of your Is It Just Me's. How we feeling, Broncos country, as we tick down closer to this a big game coming up on Sunday? What do you think about and like about the Broncos' chances? Tell us next.
How will Bo Nix follow up his strong performance in prime time? Can Vance Joseph find a way to slow down Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Mountain High Appliance. Proudly been locally owned and operated business serving Colorado community with pride and dedication. It's Colorado's most complete appliance source. They have an extensive range of major appliance lines from refrigerators to ovens. They've got you covered. They're knowledgeable and friendly staff. They're more than just employees. They're experts ready to assist you, providing you with a personalized experience. I have shopped them. I have purchased from them. I've had them deliver and install, and I can guarantee you, second to none. And they're giving you all the information you need so you can make the right choice for your family. Honesty, transparency, providing you with everything you need. And you can always shop with confidence knowing you're not going to get a better deal elsewhere because they've got that price match guarantee and all the inventory of the big box stores, man. They've got you covered, guys. 250 live appliances. You can test drive the appliances before you buy them. Visit Mountain High Appliance today at Littleton, Louisville, or the Clearance Center right there in Denver, Colorado. You can visit them online 24/7 at mountainhighappliance.com. That's mountainhighappliance.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painter's Trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results? Faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
No, you don't want to hear it, but it is a reality. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. We've got the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. STHmotors.com, Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces San Diego State with pregame starting at 7:30. Presented by Rocks Heating and Air. Saturday morning on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces Navy with pregame starting at 9:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
We'll get to our survivor picks in just a second, but some analysis from our listeners about your picks for our fantasy team.
Yeah, talk to me.
Here's one. Stokes reeling. His picks are a hot mess. Stoke, how the heck did you let him get Barkley and Dobbins? Maybe you need to add more coffee to that fluid rotation of yours?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had 1.5 coffees, and I had a big Coke. So
yeah, you got the big Coke too. So
yeah,
caffeine is not a problem.
No. Yeah, it was just bad planning, and it didn't work out the way that I wanted. You never know how a draft's going to fall. That's what I would say to these people. You never know how it's going to fall. I try to.
You run all the simulations,
all the mocks.
Yep.
I did all the mocks.
All the mocks.
I did
That's
them all.
right. All the mocks.
But I just didn't have one that played out that way. I couldn't believe that Bradley Chubb was there for me at 5. Every mock that went through that we did, he wasn't available to me, and then so I couldn't adjust or adapt after that. And I failed.
From Paulie on the RumbleSlot.com text line, is it just me? The fact that Stoke always picks up the other team's guys instead of Broncos during fantasy is disgraceful. No wonder he liked the Avs wearing the Rams jerseys last night in L.A. They might be onto something there.
Well, last week, that is true. I did go heavy Cincy. But again, that's the way it falls sometimes. You have to adjust to what's going on, and it didn't work out well for me. So maybe there's a trend.
No. I'm not going to let you off the hook.
Oh, really?
Because I took Saquon, which is fine, but the whole board was open to you, and you decided to go with Hurts. And the moment you went with Hurts, you were kind of signing up for a Philly-based team. You could have gone Bo. And then started stacking, but you chose not to. So,
hey, I'm going to live with my team. We'll talk next week. Okay. All right, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what it looks like next week and who's buying McDonald's.
Well,
okay.
Unfortunately, if I'm buying, it means it was not a good day for the Broncos. So,
what do you mean?
Because you're loaded up with Eagles, and if you win, it means the Eagles probably won. You've got Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and the Philly defense.
Bo, Cortland, and J.K. Dobbins.
Right. That means if my fantasy team wins, the Broncos probably win.
Yeah.
That's my point. Broncos country doesn't want me buying breakfast. They want you buying breakfast.
I don't know.
You're
just,
reeling.
Yeah,
like you
I am.
said.
I'm on the ropes, man. It's rope-a-dope. I don't know if I got anything left. It's Friday. We got 30 minutes left. I don't know how much left I have in the tank.
You're just about checked out.
And I took me a good nap yesterday, too.
Did you?
2.5.
Ooh.
Afternoon, late afternoon.
Late afternoon. 2.5. I mean, I'm a nap master, but I don't know if that's a long nap. Let's get to our Survivor picks. Johnny left his notebook at home, so
we just got to, guess.
We got to guess. Do you remember the teams that you've picked already?
Just say a team, and I'll let you know if you picked them or not.
I don't know. I'm not very confident.
My mind is a steel trap, Stoke.
That's good. I like that. Do you want?
Is that kind of like Mike taking his sources to the grave? Is that kind of saying?
Do you want to go with one? Do you have one in mind? We have a bye week, by the way, so we're less options. So
wait, there's bye weeks already?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
We got the who's off this week? We
the
got
Bears are. I know
who
Bears,
I'm taking.
Falcons, Packers, Steelers are off.
I
this
am
week.
going to take. You want me to go, Mike? And
yeah,
you can just copy mine if you want. I don't think I've taken this team. Are the Cardinals playing the Titans? Yes, I'm taking the Cardinals.
You're taking the Cardinals at home against the Titans.
Yes.
Ooh, that is a good one. I do like
so
that.
So you didn't even notice it. That's why I knew if I picked first, you'd probably copy my pick.
That is a good one.
Of course it is.
That is a good one. I'm going to take Minnesota. I don't think I've taken Minnesota yet, have I? Johnny, no. I'm going to take the Vikings. They went from Dublin over to London. They're playing at Tottenham. I think I call it Tottenham, and immediately Premier English soccer guy jumped right down my throat to remind me it's Tottenham. So I guess it's Tottenham Stadium, and that's the Vikings against Dylan Gabriel and the miming Shedeur Sanders, and I'm going to take the Vikings.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, how about
Johnny? Well, you want to get Johnny in on this?
Does he get to go this week?
Well, yeah.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Ty did text me. I'll cover Ty. Ty's going with the Lions this week. And I'm not too happy about this, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs on the road against Jacksonville.
Okay.
Do we want to let Alex, don't call me Adam, have a special pick this week?
Yeah, sure.
He's been good this week.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
Yeah.
He's been solid, been reliable, hasn't screwed anything up.
Nope, been very good.
He's been like who?
He's been like Mac Jones.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
Not only has he been reliable, but he's made plays.
Yeah. Okay.
Made plays.
I'll take the Colts at home against the Raiders.
Ooh, I like
Give me the Colts.
All right, I do too. I
Yeah.
like that. That's a sneaky good one. Get the Colts out of the way.
Pete Carroll could be 1-4.
Petey. This ain't Seattle.
This ain't
Russ
Seattle.
ain't walking through the door anytime soon. Sorry, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Hey, how about the Avs? Come on. I think hockey fan and media fan around here are so soft. Talking to James and hockey fan, James Marilat. How is that a big deal that they're in L.A., their owner owns the Rams also, and he's treating them? Are they the one? They've been out in California, right? Are they doing?
They were in Vegas, and then they stopped through in L.A. on the way back. On the way they're playing in Dallas.
Yeah, so let's go to, let's watch an NFL game. Oh, that's great. Our owner owns here.
Yeah.
Y'all want some jerseys? Sure. Okay, perfect. They're not a rival of the Broncos. We don't ever see them. Now, if it was the Raiders, Chiefs, or Chargers, okay, don't put those jerseys on. You're putting the Rams jersey on. It's not a big deal at all. So now you're not going to like Nathan McKinnon because he wore a Puka Nacua jersey? Oh, gosh, Cale McCarr, we hate you now because you're wearing a Matthew Stafford jersey. Get over it. Stop being so soft.
It's not a matter of being soft. It's and I have no
soft
issue.
and sensitive. How about stop being so sensitive?
I have no issue with the Avs players. Of course you're going to put them on. That's the guy signing your checks. I guess I direct my ire towards Stan and Josh in that.
Are you serious?
Well,
Are you serious? You're going to really
let me explain.
Attack the owners for this.
Let me explain. Okay, you're right. This isn't decking guys out in Raider or Chiefs jerseys, okay? I get it. It's the Rams. But still, recognize your fan base. Recognize the fact that most Avalanche fans are also Bronco fans, and that you'd like to think that there's a certain, we're all kind of in this together. We see Avalanche players at Bronco games. We see Bronco players at Avalanche and Nugget games. We like the idea of that. We're all in this together. And so when you as a Avs/Bronco fan see your heroes wearing another team's NFL jersey, it's kind of like, ugh, I don't like that. That seems weird. I wasn't triggered by it, but I'm not going to lie. When I saw it, my feeling initially right away was, really? You didn't think that one through? You didn't think that might be kind of... And by the way, it's not only the Cronkies kind of creating an awkward situation for their own home fan base with the Avs. How about thinking about L.A. hockey fans who are probably Rams fans who probably don't like the idea of seeing...
Get over it. The guy that owns the Rams also owns two teams in Denver.
I
so,
get it.
if you haven't gotten over that yet, then now all of a sudden this is going to trigger you. Get out of here.
I don't care if he owns other teams, but I just think in that situation, read the room a little bit better is all I'm saying.
I not read the room. They don't need to read the room at all. I tell people don't be so sensitive. How about that? Fan, Mr. Fan, Mrs. Fan, don't be so sensitive about every little thing.
Ooh,
when I played,
you just triggered
when
somebody.
I played, do you think, oh my gosh, I'd love to go to Avs games, go to Nuggets games, support those guys. They're great, love it. And then if I saw them wearing a jersey of the Seattle Seahawks, the whole team, you think I would be upset about it? You think Broncos players are upset about it? No, it's just certain fans, minority of fans that are sensitive.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Are you
saying
saying it's not a big deal because it was the Rams? If Stan Kroenke, if Stan and Josh owned the Raiders and they were playing in Vegas, the Avs were playing in Vegas the other day, and they went to a Vegas football game and had Vegas Raider jerseys on.
Okay.
Would that be different?
First of all, Stan and Josh are winners, so they would never own the Raiders.
I know.
Because the Raiders are not winners.
I know. We're going into a hypothetical world.
A very weird hypothetical.
Doesn't matter. I'm going in it.
That would be a big deal. Of course it would be.
That would be a big deal.
Because that's a rival of the Denver Broncos, and that dates back. So I could understand why Mr. and Mrs. Fan would be upset about that. This has been one of my points the whole time. I've talked to you about this since 6 o'clock. You know where I stand. But if it was Seattle, if it's the I don't know, give me another NFC, Detroit Lions. Who cares? We don't ever play them anyway. We play them once every 4 or 5 years. It's not a big deal.
Oh, Detroit, huh? Oh, I see. So after our blood rivalry with the Red Wings, if Stan and Josh own the Detroit Lions,
I was given
you
example
stumbled into it, my man.
You
stumbled into it.
Oh, stumbled into it. Okay, Packers. I mean, just name a team, Mike. I mean, come on. Just as long as it's not a division team that the Broncos are rivals of.
Look, I'm not going to stomp my feet and hold my breath until my face turns red. Okay, I'm not that bothered by it, but I just think that the Cronkies could have done a little better job of reading the room a little bit. That's all.
Now you're blaming the owners.
Well, yes,
it was
their decision. It was their decision.
It's not a big deal. No deal at all.
All right.
All right, we got a game on Sunday.
Predictions coming.
Yeah.
Predictions coming up next.
Predictions.
Has a Broncos wide receiver already proven that they're worth every penny?
To all the people that said, re-signing Cortland, too much money, he's not a real number one, not a true, quote-unquote number one, whatever that really means. He's been a huge, huge positive for Bo Nix and Bo Nix' development. He's a pro.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at O'Mara Ford. Hey, listen up, football fans. Didn't find the vehicle you're looking for last weekend? Well, O'Mara's got you covered. Choose from over 1,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get low monthly lease payments like a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $449 a month, or a new four-door Bronco for just $479 a month. O'Mara's low prices, above-market trade-in values, and just announced 0% APR will save you thousands of dollars, guys. Buy with confidence with the O'Mara Advantage. Get 2 years of free maintenance. O'Mara accepts ITINs, and credit approvals are reaching 98%. Guys, these are all real offers. The stock numbers are SKE 30950 and SLB 13753. So ask about it when you go see them, or check them out at omiraford.com for complete details. That's omiraford.com.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Don't get for my friends at Roller Auction. Got one of my favorite auctions that is open for bidding right now. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. It's got SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now. It will be ending on October 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. One of my favorite auctions. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
If you're hiding from the IRS or living in fear due to a tax problem, free advice is here. Join Advanced Tax Solutions' free online workshop Wednesday, October 8th at 5:30 p.m. Get answers, ask questions, call 303-753-6040 to register.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
By the way, and I'm not saying I'm against this. I kind of like it. But I kind of wonder if Stan and Josh hosting their hockey team yesterday at the Rams game and having them all decked out in Rams was kind of a playful, yet maybe even a little bit more competitive jab at Broncos ownership.
What?
Hear me out here.
Okay.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Stan Kroenke's wife is Carrie Walton Penner's aunt.
Okay.
Stan Kroenke's wife is Rob Walton's cousin.
All right.
So we got heavy, heavy-duty Walmart connections here with both ownership groups and family.
Okay.
And you know how it works.
Doing,
you know
Evans?
how it works with family. You know
we
how
got
it works
family
with
drama.
You know, I think it's either
Secession style.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly.
With Rob being the guy.
Right.
Who was the guy?
What was the line?
In Secession.
Yes,
the head, like Murdoch. It's supposed to be Murdoch.
Yeah, the McDonald's
right?
guy.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I was the favorite son. Or
yes.
whatever it was.
Yes.
I love that show.
Oh, so good.
Anyway, I could see how there was a little bit of let's have a little fun, take a little dig, and
see. I think
take
you're
a little shot
overthinking it.
Take a little shot at the Broncos and our family and everything in the competition, and let's host our Colorado hockey team wearing Rams jerseys. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I think that went into the thought process.
Way.
I'm telling you.
You're trying to
I don't think
create
so. I don't think
something
so.
that's not there.
I don't think so. And I have respect for it, by the way. I respect the Kroenkes. If that was part of the mindset, I think it was. I respect them for it. Why not? Hey, why can't billionaires be competitive and a little petty? Why not?
I got you. But
Right?
I just think it's as simple as this. Stan owns the Colorado Avalanche and the Denver Nuggets also, right?
Mhm.
So he's got a footprint here and LA, obviously. He's hosting his hockey team out there.
Right.
They're going through training camp. They're bonding.
Yeah.
They were in Vegas. You said, hey, come on out here. Let's watch a game, Thursday night game.
Right.
And, oh, by the way, here are some Rams jerseys. Let's have a good time. I don't what kind of – you think Greg and Carrie and Robson are – oh, my gosh. I can't believe they're not wearing Broncos jersey. We're so upset about the – look, I think they got a lot of more things they're thinking about, like stadium, probably practice facility, maybe like Walmart stock or something, rather than worrying about what the Avs players' jerseys.
Guys, I would have had them all decked out in Avalanche gear because let's face it, Southern California, there aren't a lot of really good hockey fans out in Southern California, so you probably could have had a chance to promote the Avs out there.
Mike, this isn't high school. I know you did that in high school.
It's like when you play out on the West Coast or you go schedule a game in Texas so you can kind of, get into the recruiting hotbeds. You could have done the same thing.
Mike, this isn't high school.
Missed
You think
opportunity.
you want guys to wear their own jerseys out there?
No, just wear some like Avalanche sweats or something like that,
No, please.
I don't know. I'm not
Stop
making
it.
a huge.
Get some
I'm
help.
not
Get
angry,
some help.
but
Stop.
it looked a little weird, and it was almost kind of like elementary school field trip during the summer. We're going to a Rockies game.
Let's wear
Everybody,
our
make sure you
jerseys.
put your
Let's wear our Avs jerseys on.
T-shirts on so that we know where
we do predictions.
who everybody is.
We do
Let's get to
predictions.
predictions.
Let's go.
Prediction time.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
Hey, woman, listen here.
Let's get to the college football, local college football. Tonight, CSU taking on San Diego State. I don't have a whole lot of hope here.
Man, not after last week being a favorite at home and getting whipped.
Yeah. They got to do something about what's going on there because one thing, being there last week, going to visit my son, that is a fan base, that is a student section that really, really wants to get behind the CSU program. I saw a stat that out of all the Mountain West teams right now, CSU is second among all Mountain West teams in attendance. So they're drawing well. You got to give them a better product. They deserve a better product. So,
Mike, they were good last year, though. You're acting like they haven't been good in 10 years.
Wow. They were okay.
What did they win? 8 or 9 games last year, didn't they?
Well,
I mean, that's good.
Give me more.
No,
What
I
have you
know.
done for
I
me
know.
lately?
I know they're not good this year. They haven't been playing good. Look, I got to take San Diego State in this one.
Yeah, I do too.
San Diego State by 13.
By 13, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they're going to have a hard time scoring. So I could see them losing this game like 17-3, honestly. Then you got CU at TCU. Boy, was it really that long ago that CU went down to TCU and shocked the world and announced to everybody that we coming and all that?
You don't believe?
And now TCU.
Ed Werder. You think Ed Werder's going to be there?
Right. He should go. Right.
And he said, hey, and then he can call Dion out?
Right. Dion. Things have
How's it
certainly
going?
changed in the last couple of years.
I
have
got
they not?
TCU.
They're
Until I see CU.
They're 2 touchdown favorites. You
Oh,
think
my
they?
gosh. Sure. Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
until I see CU go out there and beat a good team.
Yeah, TCU is a pretty good football team. Finally, Sunday.
Let's
Go.
go.
All right, here we go. Broncos are, from a point spread standpoint,
just
for conversation purposes only, it's like 3.5.
Yeah, well,
they're right there.
Look. The more I think about this, the less optimistic I am about the Denver Broncos winning this football game. They're flying out today. They're packing for 10 days. They're going straight from Philly to London. They're not coming back here. They're already thinking about what they're packing for next week. They're thinking about the Jets and what they're going to do in London. That's too many distractions, and they got to go play a good football team on a short week. Early start time. That's never good for the Broncos. Double-digit win for the Eagles, 24-13.
Oh, no. Really?
I'm just keeping it real. That's what I do.
Wow.
I keep it 100, Mike. I'm keeping it real.
The Eagles are 20-1 in their last 21. They're 4-0 this season. Everybody back in Philly saying they're not playing that great. What's wrong with the Eagles? I'll tell you what. They got to lose at some point. I know.
You're going to do it?
I'm going with it. I think the Broncos pull this off on Sunday. Broncos 23, Eagles 20.
Let's go.
All right.
Good luck. Hey, shout out to our guy behind the glass, not Johnny Simmer because he forgot his homework in his notebook today, but Alex, a.k.a. Adam, delivering the last couple of days. He did a great job. Good job, buddy.
Great job. We'll see you all back here Monday morning starting at 6. Special announcement coming up on Monday for you as well. Have a great weekend, everybody. Dover and Cecil coming up next.
Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day. Powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 7 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record,